streaming before I get going down a rabbit hole. So, we are live. Another night of D&D. And as always, we will start with the fun facts. What is the best sea shanty you've ever heard? So I'll let that sort of marinate for a second. It could, could have been at a bar, could have been at a dock, it could have been a old sea shanty handed down, or maybe you just caught it in passing. Maybe you heard it from a famous bard or an infamous bard. But just the best sea shanty. You don't even have to sing it. You're welcome to sing it if you want. But like just the gist, the story of your sea shanty and just like an old wives' tale kind of thing. I feel like Ian Sailor Sun or Soul has a old sea shanty squirreled away.
Well, I must say that I don't know, but it was a lovely tune. It was very, very da 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 da. It was also about, it seemed, my mother, which I didn't even know this person. So how did they know my dear mother and how the moon shined white on her pearly face? I didn't understand that one, but it spoke to me, and I hope I meet that sailor again someday.
Wow. And you were at like a pub or a dock and you heard them. I mean, I guess in what context? You said that they were specifically singing about your mother. So did you have some sort of interaction with this sailor before they started singing to you, or you were just walking along and they happened to sing it to you? Like,
I was just walking along. Yes, I was scrolling up and down and going about my merry way. I was at the grocery store.
at the
And I
market.
just happened to be holding up some melons next to some milk, and there they went with the song, "Oh Joy."
Okay. Well, maybe you need those same melons in order to initiate the song again. So the next time you're around somewhere that there may be sea shanties, just remember to bring your melons and you might hear that song again.
I never leave home without them.
Jared, how about Tyrell? Being a moody emo kind of drow, I feel like you specifically, like Tyrell would love a good sad sea song.
Very presumptuous. Mine actually comes from a favorite reading of mine.
Mm.
It actually, in fact, has no lyrics other than the chorus itself.
Can you recount the chorus?
Oh, yeah. It's 15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Drink and the devil had done for the rest. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
I feel like this is one where you could interject any sort of phrase and then just follow it up with yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
And that's what the beauty of it is.
Also, 15 men on a dead man's chest. I mean, can you fit 15 men on a person's chest? Like, even the largest human that I can think of, you probably couldn't get 15 people to stand on their chest.
I
About
think
15
you've not
gnomes.
seen the largest chest.
Oh. Or there's something else I'm not understanding about it, but...
Well, the bosom of Helm could fit as many as are welcome. So,
That too.
who was that? Oh my god!
A dead man's bosom? Yeah, I guess.
Like you said, you can call it whatever you want.
What is this yo ho ho though? Is that just like a hey, sort of like a yeah 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 in a song? Like it's just meant there to continue lyrically.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with Santa.
So yo ho ho is the like old timey yeah yeah yeahs. Sorry, I'm asking you questions you probably don't know. You just heard the song. I don't mean to pry. I just was genuinely curious.
Yeah, that's enough.
Just trying to get to know you. Jeez. Okay. Cameron, how about Stony? Being from the sea, I imagine. Are sea shanties commonplace from where Stony's from?
No, I mean, the sea shanty, I think, was first exposed by, coming topside. You hear the stories, and they all seem pretty far-fetched of things that we were readily exposed to under the sea, and a lot of the songs had to do with things that either just weren't true, or drunk people on a boat thought they saw certain things, so it gave us kind of a laugh pretty often. But I think the most memorable one was I just strolled into this little bar. It's kind of like a diner bar, so there's kids there, and there's this old man sitting in the corner. He was real scraggly, had 2 peg legs, real scruffy, and it's pretty quiet. Everyone's just kind of doing their typical talking, and he yells, "Are you ready, kids?" And the kids just went nuts, just replied, "Aye, aye, Captain." It sounded like it was just going to be amazing. Apparently this guy does it like most nights just to cheer the kids up. It's a pretty dreary town, and the chorus just went on talking about the parent sponge. That's pineapples under the sea, which is just absurd. So I know this one was a bit fun for the kids, but I've heard a lot of really funny stories, a lot of sea shanties that people get really excited about, but I think that one's stands out the most.
That one stuck with you. Interesting.
Yeah.
It sounds like a winner. I mean,
Yeah.
personally.
I mean, it was a pretty good bop. Everyone was really chiming in. Everyone had big smiles on their face. All the kids were singing. Definitely turned the mood up a little bit.
2 peg legs, man. That's quite the visual. You really set the table there, and not disappointed by that story. I do hope to hear that song at some point. Kobe, how about Detective Easter? Any sea shanties?
Yeah, he heard a really nice sea shanty heading down to the docks. There were some pirates that came into Nicantes, and they were all singing this sea shanty. It was a guy named Gary, Paw Orange, and Mr. Punt, and they were singing about these pirates who always did everything. It was really cool. Yeah, and their ship had a bunch of different vegetables on it. So,
were these pirates by chance vegetables?
the pirates can't be vegetables, but they were the vegetable pirates. That was their symbol, was vegetables.
So they stole vegetables?
Well, they may have sold vegetables. They just seemed very enamored by vegetables. Paw Orange, he had big orange on him and everything, and they all looked like just different little fun veggies and fruits out there, and they were telling their tales. That's what they do. So,
just sharing a good old vegetable tale.
Yes, the vegetable tale.
Gotcha.
What they were sharing.
Veggie tales. That's quite a good ring to it. You should copyright that. Where's Josh? Oh, there it is. Okay. It was so weird. I was like, how could I lose? It's because I have all your commandments on this, Josh, and yours is so long it just disappears.
for the commandments of Blib Do Pull Up.
Yeah, well, I have his fun facts, and then I have his commandments with his fun facts. So his is like 4 times the size of everybody else's, because I also have the revised commandments underneath the original commandments.
You're not the first person to tell me it's 4 times longer than everyone else's, so it's no surprise, really.
Well, Josh, Blib Do Pull Up Tug, if you still even have a member, maybe you happen to be a member of a sea shanty group, I mean, you seem to have a certain affinity for water, so do you have any sea shanties?
No, I mean, I know quite a few shanties, but I'm no singer myself. Really, my favorite sea shanties are the ones the Kuatoa sing about me. That's kind of
Oh.
the Kuatoa sing sea shanties like other people sing working songs. You know they when they're hard working, you can usually find a good sea shanty. Most of the time, they're about the heritage of their belief in blib do pull up or um, just trying to stay alive while the rest of humanity is bearing down on them and trying to kill them, talk about how evil they are, though they're never done anything to anyone, and just trying to better themselves. But
Do they sing it in their native tongue of Undercommon, or do they sing it in Common?
no, it's undercommon. That's because there's only
I'm sure that sounds wonderful.
it is beautiful. You have not lived until you've heard it. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful.
Do you think it's
They're singing "Free at Last, Free at Last."
I don't think they're necessarily free under Blib do pull up, but
Okay.
there's very strict guidelines set forth for them. But they may be in a better place than they were. But also, they're not sea creatures. I mean, they are freshwater, so I guess they wouldn't be sea shanties as much as they would be like river shanties or something, lake shanties.
You're really nitpicking this apart there, buddy.
Well,
Well,
no,
he wasn't going to. I was going to do that.
I'm just painting a picture is all I'm saying. I don't want you to embarrass yourself in front of the Kuatoa.
Sea shanties. I took your question a little bit broad. How about that?
That's fine. That's fine. I wasn't trying to trap you. I was merely cleaning up the messiness of me saying it was a sea shanty.
Well, I mean, we're no strangers to the sea. In fact, some believe that we came from the sea.
Nope.
What about Under the Sea?
Well, that's just a good time. Under the sea.
You should really consider writing down the lake shanties or the river shanties that your people sing about you. I would be curious. I just think it would be good to have like a collected volume of the written history of the Kuatoa that also contains the commandments. Like, you should have some sort of holy text or some sort of cultural, like, I don't know, tome that just is a good way to spread your religion and share it with other people, so it's a little bit more palatable and consumable.
Yeah, I mean, it's out there. The head priestess has that. It's been a while.
You told them to print books?
Well, yeah, I mean there's a missionary set up.
Someone's getting their head chopped off.
There's a lot of things going on that I may need to go back and check on to fine tune.
You're underwater right now. You could check on them right now.
Yeah, we're kind of busy. I'm
fighting a squid.
I do hope we get a prayer session though.
Yeah, maybe when things calm down. Yeah.
That's kind of
But without further ado, we can get started and pick up where we left off. So we finished the initiative last time with Soul. Just to remind you guys, the initiative is Stony, the Tentacles, Tug, Detective Easter, Tyrell, Nick, and Soul. So last we left off, you guys were traversing this very precarious bridge, sort of dilapidated, destroyed old bridge. Stony and Blib were down in the water fighting things, avoiding the weresharks. And then you guys were sort of traversing up above, jumping from platform to platform, succeeding or failing at checks. Nick was having a real bad time. And you guys had slayed a couple giant squid tentacles that came up out of the water. Speaking of which, I need to pull up that stat sheet. But while I do that, Detective Easter, if you would like to decide what you want to do first.
So it's my turn to go.
It is your turn. So you are down below on the lower platform with the other, with Soul and Tyrell.
Alrighty.
Nick is
I
up
am,
on top, and he's currently engaged with the larger of the tentacle, the one with the sort of giant fleshy paw, the one with the sharp barbs.
Yep, I will go up and fight the tentacle with my silver sword.
All right.
So I'm going to use an action to move up there, and then I'm going to swing to attack.
Go for it.
Alrighty, the first roll I got was an 18.
That beats the armor class of the colossal squid, yes.
10 for my first hit.
Okay.
I'm going to do that again.
Okay.
18 again.
All right, lands.
And I get a 13 damage.
Okay.
I'm going to hit again.
All right.
This time I got a 17. Does that hit?
It does hit.
Okay. I do 11 damage this time. And then I'm going to spend a key point to try to make that a stunning strike. Make sure that I can do that.
So you used an action to move.
Yep, I can do that. I
You
can do that in
attack
just a
3 times.
Yeah, I attack 3 times. I'm going to try to make that a stunning strike by spending one of my key points. That last strike, and so all you have to do is a save against it. It's against my key save, so it's a wisdom saving throw, I believe.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a Constitution saving throw. Constitution saving throw. For,
Nat 1.
stunning.
Keeping up with those
Oh.
bad rolls from last time.
I appreciate it. So it is stunned for the round
All right.
until the end of my next turn.
Gotcha.
Cool.
I went out of initiative, but that's okay. We're just going to continue from where I chose, I guess. So, Tyrell, you're up next.
So this one's stunned.
The large one in front of you is stunned, correct?
Does that get advantage or anything?
The advantage is that it's stunned.
Which means
You don't
Which means
have
it can't
anything holding you back.
It cannot attack you or move for the round. So if you want to move by it, you could do that.
Maybe. Can I see around? Like, I see it's kind of dark.
Yeah, so I mean, you can see the faint movings of other tentacles ahead of you on the bridge and the stone sort of rocks, but none of the ones that you've killed behind you are moving any longer. But it's kind of hard to see beyond. You know, there's more bridge ahead, and the water's rather dark as well. You can barely see.
This is something I can try to do, like a quick melee, so I don't have to burn any spells, since if it's stunned.
Yeah, you'd have to move up there, but then you could attack.
I want to try it.
Okay. You move up, no problem. Within attack range, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Thirteen.
13 does not break the armor class.
But it's stunned.
It is stunned, but the like fleshy
Mm.
exterior still resisted whatever attack it is that you
You hit it, just
brought
not
down
hard.
on it.
Okay.
Did you expect a different outcome than that?
I just kind of stare over at Stony here. And
He's in
Underwater.
the water. You can't see him.
Yeah, Stony's all the way down here.
Well, I just want to stare at him because I'm sure I heard that.
Roll perception to see if you know where to stare.
If he fails, can I splash him?
Sure.
That's a 10.
It is not enough to discern in the dark and through the water where Stony is.
And you got splashed in the face.
Oh, now I know.
In fact, you do now know where he's at. Yes.
All right. Well, I'm glad I could burn some time up.
He did have to move to splash you though, so he's over by you now. All right. That's your turn, I believe. One move, one attack, right? You got nothing else? Nick is going to go. He's gonna say, looks like you guys have got this one. And he's gonna run past. He's gonna try and make a jump.
That bitch gonna better get a 1.
If he's anything like the rolls I've had, and he got a 7.
Just
He
face
is
plant.
in the water again. So yeah, he continues his hot streak of just rolling like absolute garbage and falls directly into the water. Good like story down into the water. He belly flops, doesn't expect to not make the jump, but whether it be in the dark or something, there's something off about Nick tonight. That's for sure. That's just his first movement. He's gonna use his other movement to just kind of swim to the rock over here, and that's gonna be the end of his turn. That brings us to Soul. What you want to do, Soul? Sailor Sun, sorry.
Where can I go around me?
You got the stunned tentacle in front of you, and then you saw Nick try and run and make a jump to the next platform, but failed and fell in the water, so...
I would also like to jump to the next platform.
Sure thing. So you run down past Tyrell, past the stunned tentacle, and I need you to make a athletics check. D20, add your strength modifier.
18.
Nice. Yeah, you clear it no problem. You sort of land. You see the little footholds on the board that's at like a 45-degree angle, but you get a nice landing. Kind of use the handles to pull yourself up, or you could just fall in the water too, I guess. I don't know. I thought you were over the thing, but I guess not. But yeah, you succeeded your jump, so you still have another action if you want to take it. You used your movement there to get where you did.
Can I turn around and just do an Eldritch Blast
Yeah.
at it from this end? Let's do that. I would do something else, but I fear hurting anyone else around.
You are kind of pointed towards them, so.
Yeah. So I will do that. Rolled an 8.
Unfortunately, it does not. We'll say for the sake, you jumped and tried to do it midair to look like extra cool, get some extra cool points, and you realized you should maybe focus on the landing and kind of took your eye off the aim and just shot a little wide with the Eldritch Blast, but you didn't hit anybody
Earth
either.
has
So.
made me all about the pizzazz.
You've just been seeing the skills of your compatriots, and you thought, man, I really got to step up my game and impress them. But they were impressed you made the jump and tried to pull off the 360 no scope. But that's a tricky thing to do. So
But will it give me followers? I need more Insta followers.
I mean,
Oh,
talk
that's the wrong session.
talk to Tug about putting it in his book of stories. I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta see what his TikTok's like.
Stony, you are
My
up.
TikTok is fire, let me tell you.
It's on fire?
Absolutely.
From that grease bomb?
Yeah, no, that was.
Stony, you just splashed Tyrell after he tried to locate you. You're down by the stunned tentacle. What you want to do? You can continue in the water. You can attack the tentacle. You can, whatever your heart desires here.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna attack that. I'm just gonna give it a nice big poke.
All right.
Will be a. Oh, hold on. Well, this is just it's a 24. So.
I think it hits.
Okay.
When I say I think it does hit, I was being facetious.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I had to switch dice. 9 damage.
Gotcha. So yeah, you hack at this thing from the bottom, and you can tell that it's stunned. And you guys have hacked this thing to bits. Like, it's just missing large sections of where you've hacked and slashed and chipped away at it. You can see the blackish, like, oozy blood, like, running out and leaking into the sea around you, and it does obscure your vision a little bit, but not enough to hurt your aim. Do you have another action? You didn't move necessarily to attack. You're already in attack range, so
Yep, so I'm still again, but I'm gonna attempt booming blade with it.
Sure thing.
Same concept.
Sure.
Just doesn't trigger unless I get a hit.
Will we see like a big explosion out of the water, like an underground or an underwater like torpedo or something?
No, because I missed.
Oh.
Like a critical fail or just a 2 or something?
No, 10. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't break the armor class, no.
And then I just want to get in the defensive pose behind my shield.
Sure thing. All right. It is the tentacle's turn, which it will spend it stunned. It does regen. And then we'll go to Tug. Tug, it is your go.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your die, see how much you get.
I forgot you had been like destroyed this whole battle.
Plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh, I forgot to turn on the battle music. I'm sorry. That's not too loud for anybody, is it?
I can never hear it when you play it. So.
If I turn it like this, can you hear it now?
Yeah.
That's so loud.
Yeah, that drowns other people.
Yeah, I wasn't going to put it that. It is there.
I got an 11 for if it matters.
Okay. I just, for the sake of the continuity and everything, I trust you to keep track of it. Alright, so you cast Cure Wounds on yourself, which brings you to, I don't know, what does that bring you to? What do you back up to?
59.
Nice. But you still got another action if you want to spend it. There's another tentacle over there in the water. You saw Stony go over there and attack it.
Oh,
You can at least move to it, but I don't think you'd...
I guess I'll cast Chill Touch. It's a range of 120.
Okay.
You cast a ghostly skeleton hand at the face of a creature range, make a ranged spell attack against the creature.
Yeah.
On a hit, the target takes 1d8 necrotic damage, and it can't regain hit point until the start of my next turn.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good spell. That's a good one. Good play.
That's a really good one for this, yeah.
Until then, to the target. If you hit an undead target, it is also on attack. It's not undead, is it?
No. The colossal squid has not shown you any reason to believe that it is undead.
A D20 for armor class, right?
Well, you're gonna roll your attack roll, so it's your D20 is what you're rolling.
Yeah. 16.
You tie it.
Oh, wait, yeah, never mind. Yeah, no. Which one does that gets my proficiency, right?
It is because you're casting a spell.
Then I beat it. If 16 ties it, I beat it.
Okay. So go ahead and roll damage then.
Sorry, I'm trying to. I've got notes written down here. I'm trying to.
It's all good.
I've heard that story every session.
Yeah, well, I'm not good at reading, so fuck you.
Taking it personally.
3.
3 damage.
I have to roll a d20 to see if I do chaos magic.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
This would be perfect.
No, run him underwater with him.
Maybe he maybe he just like dissipates water and it's just gone.
I do have create or destroy water, but it's only a 5-gallon bucket. 10 gallons. Sorry, 10 gallons.
So they just see like a bubble pop at the top of the water.
That'd be it, yeah.
Hey, I used it to suck the water out of the shark's lungs.
Yeah, you made a choke for a turn. Okay, so 3 damage, but the giant skeletal hand reaches out. It's especially eerie and spooky from underneath the ocean here, and it claws like just barely, like it'd be that moment in the movies where the person gets a cool like facial scar, just a scratch. Like by all means, like that shouldn't happen. Their face should be cut in half, but now he's got a cool 3 like little scratch claw mark. Because all the fingers of the skeleton hand didn't quite get him, but it does enough to keep it from regenerating for the next turn. And that is going to bring us back to Detective Easter.
Oh, we're hacking and slashing again. But this time I don't have to move, so it's an extra attack. First one is an 11, so that's going to miss. And then 16. Was that
Ties.
tie? So I'm going to miss that one. This one's definitely going to hit. I got a 28.
All right.
And I do 11 damage.
All right.
Now I'm going to do my 4th and final one here. And I got an 18.
Okay.
And it does 9 damage, and then I'm going to spend a key point again to try to keep it stun locked. So, Constitution saving throw. It's got to beat a 15.
It
What'd you
does
get?
not beat that. 2. It was right there on the stream.
Okay, sorry, I was looking at my...
Oh, it's all good. Well, I doubled what I had last time, so...
Hey, next time you'll get a 4.
Working our way up slowly.
It's stunned again for till the end of my next turn. So.
Okay. Tyrell, you are up. You just watched Detective Easter go to town on this thing yet again and just stunned the hell out of it.
I'm gonna go with my arrow this time, though.
All right.
Steady your aim, Tyrell.
Yes, this thing is
Not-
just
not sure.
gushing blood at this point. If it wasn't like stunned in like a stasis of its current position, it would have slumped to the ground a while back.
Well, I got a 19.
All right, roll damage.
My damage kind of sucks. Three.
Tell me how you finish off the giant tentacle.
With 3. That's amazing.
It was all the way down to 1, Kobe. You got it down to
Oh,
1
was it
on your
really?
return.
And I used a key point, so
Yeah.
I can get that back.
So I get credit for the kill.
I mean, you all killed it. Like you are all gonna get the same amount of XP.
No.
It's-
You're still alive.
This isn't Call of
Tyrell,
Duty.
people will
you-
tell stories of your kill.
I mean, what's going down on the record book?
Yeah,
Who
code.
would
I
do
told that
record
I
book?
told that merchant you were dangerous. So
I've got 2 years of record book that don't involve Tyrell if we're gonna do it
You
that way.
don't? We just met you. Okay. It's actually pretty lame. I just pulled out my handbow that I have used not many times, and
Billy would be so proud right now that you
to
did something.
game, and it must have just been so powerful that it just sucked out all the rest of the life as it.
Is there any special connection with whoever may have given you that bow?
Yeah, I did hear a little like
Praise
laugh.
him.
a nice laugh.
But yeah,
From
you,
the
you
elder
sort
world.
you sort of look at the hand bow in confusion that it killed the tentacle, and also maybe that it said something to you. But that tentacle is dead. You see, in fact, the smaller tentacles that were in your way slither back into the water and disappear.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
sweet.
glad we did that. I mean, yeah, I'm glad I did that. I mean, glad we did that.
So at this point, the water stills.
Oh, lovely.
Do the bridges repair themselves?
The bridges do not repair themselves now. But the immediate threat has been dropped. Initiative has been dropped. You are free to continue your perilous journey across the bridges with less obstacles ahead of you.
I'd like
Great.
to skip my loo.
I can do the echo jump and hold the rope for you if you want to traverse across. But we should probably give the rope to Nick first.
Yeah, Nick's climbing up behind you, sort of
Okay, good.
grunting and huffing, tired of being soaked and drenched time and time again. But
Yeah, either that or Sailor Sun, will you hold the rope and I'll hold this end, and our companions will shimmy across.
Of course. So tight.
Mhm. Tyrell, your rope.
Oh, here it is.
all right, Tyrell hands over the rope to Detective Easter. Detective Easter, you throw it over to Soul, no problem. Soul catches it, and you guys kind of tie a little line from post here to post there.
I
Awesome.
learned this
I
not
will
in
side
Moon
across.
Scouts.
Moon Scouts. All right. So yeah, you shimmy across, no problem. Nick does the same. Tyrell, it's your rope. You're the most familiar with it, so you also make it across, no problemo.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying that you know you are, and I guess expressed last time that you're not fond of water. You're also carrying the lantern that's still lit, so you know falling in the water wouldn't be great for you.
Sure. Okay, that's fine.
You two in the water, wherever you are, how do you want to proceed here? So, Tug.
Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Just keep swimming.
Okay, so you're just swimming forward. From underwater here, you kind of see Stony, and Stony swims out from underneath. And you guys are linked back up, so you're going to kind of move as a unit here. How would you like to proceed? So you can go to the left and kind of follow them along the bottom of the bridge, or you can kind of go out to the right. You know, popping your head up out of the water, there's like a big stone, you know, pyre out there. But there's also one to the left. So which direction you want to choose? Kind of right or left?
What are you feeling, Stony?
Well, I mean, those guys up top seem to be handling it pretty well. You may go check out the thing to the right.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. First impression was go to the right.
All right. You guys swim out to the right, and you see a shark approach.
Oh God!
Good grief! I'm like ninja fast. Did you see that bitch trying to get me? Can't even touch this. No. Can't touch this. No. Oh no.
All right, so you guys roll initiative real quick. I'll roll for the shark, and then we'll continue with the group up above, and we'll kind of bounce back and forth.
I'm sure everything is perfectly fine down below and nobody needs help. Let's continue with our journey.
So the shark got a 17. Tug, I heard you say 9.
16.
Gotcha. Tug, you did get a 9, is that correct?
He did say 9, yeah.
Okay. I just never heard him confirm that. All right, we'll jump back to the shark fight here in a second. But you guys are on the pathway. You make it all the way up, no problemo. There is but another jump you will have to make. So at least one of you will have to traverse across this thing, or Detective Easter can do his magic. It's up to you guys how you want to proceed, but there is going to be a series of jumps and checks here.
Can I do a perception check to see if any of the beams look like they're failing like the ones that we've seen before?
Sure, give me a roll.
I'm out. And I'll pull out my flashlight to help me.
Very nice. You, with your passive perception, don't even need the roll.
Perfect.
You succeed. You see that the platform in front of you is completely sturdy on its own. There's a reason that it remained when the other parts fell away. So you are safe to proceed, knowing that the landing platform is not going to give way.
And how far is that, just that area right there?
It's about your body length. So, I mean, I've got the check built out for all these one-gap ones the same, and then if there's any two-gap ones like this, there's a different check, a little bit higher of a skill check. So this one's, I mean, it would kind of be silly to get a rope across this one.
Yeah, I was just going to try to hop it.
Yeah. But if you want to go ahead and do that, you can give me an athletics check.
Okay, I got a 12 on athletics.
All right. You make it. It wasn't as confident as a jump as maybe you wanted it to be, but you made it, and you kind of walk it off like, oh, yeah, I'm good.
I'm going to ready myself to help somebody.
Nick immediately, you see his eyes go wide. He's fallen enough times. He kind of gives you the nod, like, you wanna stick out your hand and help me out here?
Yeah, I might, have like one hand holding onto that rope and the other one trying to make sure in case anybody starts to
Woo,
fall.
yeah, he makes it no problem for once.
Perfect.
Maybe just the extra confidence.
Couldn't you just like put your tail across the?
I actually don't have a tail.
Yeah,
It's just this character model. I don't have a tail.
no, he doesn't have a tail, so you can't see it. There's no tail.
Wait, Christian, you're looking at one angle.
You're telling us that your species don't have tails?
There may be some Dragonborns that have or can grow a tail, but I do not have a tail, and I don't know if any of the other Tindraka have a tail.
He had it cut off when he was a child to prevent him from becoming a great ape, or a great dragon. Sorry. So
it
when
could
the
grow
moon
back.
shines bright, and
Yeah.
yes, you become the great dragon.
It could come back.
Potentially.
So if I was to like cast, healing word or cure wounds, there's no telling what could happen. Tonight could get crazy.
And there's a full moon out. I could be a giant dragon.
There's
then
full
I would turn
moons. You
evil.
double dragon.
Oh, double dragon.
Fucking octopus. We got a dragon.
Yeah, but then I also turn into an evil dragon because dragons are awful. So
Nick,
dragonborns don't like
Nick
dragons.
feeling
You
confident,
ran
sort of moves forward and goes for the next jump on his own, and he falls in the water.
What an idiot.
Detective Easter, you kind of look down and just shake your head. You just
Okay, I'm still gonna help everybody else so no one else falls in the water.
All right. Soul, Tyrell, go ahead and make the jump with advantage.
I too roll a 12.
All right, you make it no problem with the help of Detective Easter.
Thank you, Kitsa.
Is this an acrobatic?
You're welcome.
It is an acrobatics check, strength. You get advantage. Roll twice, take the higher of the two.
Oh.
Yeah, trust me. I wish it was dexterity. Dexterity, I get a huge modifier.
I rolled okay on the first. Oh, I did better. Well, that's good. We're down to 16.
You make it no
Awesome.
problem. All right. With the orientation that you're in, Soul's going to have to make the first jump. Detective Easter, you guys are kind of on a precarious perch here, and it would be a little tricky for you guys to walk past each other. So, Soul, I need you to make another check if you're going to jump.
I'll just echo locate over there.
Okay, that works too.
Yeah, and then I'll try to do the help again, so that way they can make it easy.
Sure
So
thing.
you're saying I'm right in the way. So if I just said, no, I'm good, no one else can jump.
you are effectively blocking the path forward. Yes.
I just
Tyrell,
say,
you can
what?
toss me if she wants to stay here. You can toss me the rope, and I will pull you up towards me.
I just declare D&D's over because I refuse.
I mean,
don't want him to.
Tyrell's got a magic rope behind you, and he could maybe scale the rope, and there's some other options, but you
He can just push you.
Okay.
you hear from the
Okay.
water down below Nick's voice say, "Did somebody say a rope?"
I roll a 13.
You make it no problem. You sort of catch Detective Easter and step onto the left side, and you hear the floorboards creak below you.
To the left, to the left, to the left.
Tyrell, you step up onto the ledge. There's not a lot of room on the landing platform here. Soul, you're going to have to move forward if...
All right.
Where are you moving to? Just one ahead?
2 ahead.
All right. Give me a survival check.
Oh my god.
I'm so scared. Oh no.
A
Get
1. Oh god.
No, a 7.
All right. You fall through the boards, but you manage to catch your hands on the board. So you step on some rotten wood. You fall through, but you do not fall all the way down. You are currently hanging by your hands on some wooden boards.
Can someone grab my staff and pull me up?
Tyrell, hurry across and help Sailor Sun up.
We've been talking about lighthouses, and I was thinking of Lifehouse, and I'm just thinking, like...
I no longer stand there to help. I go to help Sailor
Yep.
Sun.
Yeah. You pull Sailor Sun up, and Sailor Sun sort of moves off to the side after getting and sort of more carefully checks the floorboards and determines that the platform you're now on is safe.
Can I start using my staff to kind of like
Yeah, absolutely.
look ahead to check?
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm.
cool.
That's exactly what you do for this entire platform. So you have now deemed this entire platform safe to cross. Check this one. This square right here is potentially dangerous, but as long as you're aware of it, you should be fine.
I am aware that this one is dangerous.
Uh,
Unless you're
Tyrell,
some Lifehouser.
Tyrell, we need to get you across, and we need to get Nick up.
All right, what do I need to do?
Another acrobatics
Put
check.
myself back in that position and attempt to help him across.
Can I increase my chances off I, like, step back and get a little running jump at it, maybe?
No, you already have advantage because Detective Easter's helping you. So you roll twice, take the higher of the 2.
Oh, I still get that. Okay.
But if you need some mental help to like get you past and get that little bit of extra speed to make yourself feel better, you're more than welcome to do so.
15.
You could sing a sea shanty.
You make it, no problem.
I didn't even need him. Look at that.
Tyrell, your rope.
Ah, yes.
We can't leave Nick down there. He's had a horrible night.
Ooh, it looks like that depth might be, it might be too far. I don't know.
Nick says, it's not too far. Throw me the rope.
I'll let like half the slack out and tell him that's all there is.
Nick says, fine. I'm swimming. And he just jumps in the water.
Okay. Might have let him go to his death. I don't know.
You don't know
I'm
how
gonna
good of
push
it.
I'm gonna kind of push Tyrell out of the way, not necessarily just to push him in the hole, but push him out of the way so I can get by to get to where Sailor Sun's at.
Sure. Yeah, you move up. You see ahead of you, there's a little bit bigger of a jump, but Soul has told you to watch out for the square platform in front. So as long as you're cautious going forward, you can proceed.
Is it the one directly in front of Sailor Sun?
Yes. So right
Okay.
here.
Awesome.
But if you guys would like to traverse to the edge here and make the extra jump, you can do your echo thing or however you want to proceed.
Yep, I was gonna do the echo thing and then ask Tyrell for the rope if he wants to extend the full rope over.
Sure
Yeah, I
thing.
definitely need to do that.
All right, you toss the rope over to Detective Easter, no problem. You want to fasten it down to anything, or?
I was just gonna hold it, put it around my waist.
Sure.
Big
Tyrell,
sturdy guy.
you just gonna swing one way across?
And make everyone else have to jump and grab it on the wall. Sounds kind of fun. But no, I'll hold it. I'll let people use it to get across.
Okay.
He's a white. Let his milady cross.
Sailor Sun, go ahead and you cross, no problem. But Tyrell, I do need a. Actually, it's a magic rope. You're fine. Don't worry about it. No strength check for you. How do you want
The
to?
rope is broken everything at possibly. Yeah.
How do you want to do
Except
this
for
though?
combat, it has not broken combat yet.
Yeah.
How do you want to traverse this though? You've got.
Do the echo thing.
You
He wants
don't
to
have that
Do
ability.
my ability.
What do you mean? I mean,
You're-
he's been doing
you-
it all night.
You're not a monk. Not a monk
Just
fighter.
do a half jump and let the dragon pull you harder.
Yes, specifically, you're not a subclass of the fighter who can echolocate.
All right. While
I'd like
you're
use
waiting
my-
to figure
my
that
bug
out, we're gonna go
Jesus
and
Christ.
fight the shark.
It's like the 17th jump you've made.
It always doesn't make him less scary.
He's got a lot riding on the jumps. He's got the lantern to not extinguish.
he's been watching Nick all night long.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, so the shark is going to go first, and he is going to attack Stony first. A 3. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Look at those rolls. So yeah, shark whiffs. Shark misses. Big time. Big old miss. Big old chomp. It moved too fast and swam past you, turned around for another go, but it doesn't have enough oomph to make it back before it is Stony's turn. Stony, what you gonna do? You got a shark coming right at you.
All right. Yep. I'm going to boom and blade.
Sure thing.
Trident. Get her poppin'. Yep, that's gonna do it. 22.
Yeah, I'd say that breaks the armor class.
Okay. Give me a second. 14.
All right.
And if you move again, some more damage is headed your way.
Gotcha. It is gonna move again when it gets back to its turn. So if you just want to go ahead and roll that damage now, you can do that.
Eight.
All right. Tug, you're up.
I'm gonna cast blindness.
Okay.
You blind or deafen a foe. Choose one creature that you can see. Make within range to make a Constitution saving throw. If it fails, the target is either blinded or deafened. And at the end of each of your turn, at the end of each of its turns, the target can make a Constitution saving throw. On a success, the spell ends.
I'll go ahead and say you cast Blind Sight. It goes and it hits the wereshark, and it has no effect because the wereshark has Blind Sight up to 30 feet. So if it goes outside that 30 feet, if you guys exceed the 30 feet that it would normally have eyesight, you will have escaped its clutches. But
Okay.
it is fueled by something more than just sight, but a deeper sense.
Well, then that's okay. That's fine. I'm gonna cast Ray of Sickness next.
Okay.
A ray of sickening greenness energy lashes out towards a creature within range. Makes a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, it takes 2d8 poison damage and must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it is also poisoned until the end of my next turn.
Gotcha. So Constitution saving, you said?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do your range spell first to see if I even need to roll.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, I can't wait for the chaos magic roll too.
19 plus a lot. So...
It lands.
Okay. Okay. So then.
And you said it's a
damage-
Constitution?
Yes.
Wow. 3 plus it fails.
Okay. What happens if something is poisoned? What we've never.
It's a status effect, so it usually continues to take a small portion of damage.
Oh my god!
Until you can make it back to a poker center at least.
Right. Or
Oh,
it
nice.
faints. An 8, you said?
5. Damn.
All right.
Yeah, no one dies in this game. They just go to sleep. They get tuckered out.
No, this is a Nuzlocke. They die all the time.
So how do you determine how much the poison effect is?
That's a good question, actually.
I think don't most poison effects last for like a minute, so it's like 2 turns.
Yeah. I'd say it's gonna take an additional point of damage each turn it has. So that's a slow poison kind of effect. So it will cycle back up to its turn, and it'll.
It's only until the end of my next turn.
Okay, so then we'll just do 1 for each person's initiative. So it will take 3 damage by the time it gets back to you.
Oh, I see. So it takes 1 per. I got you. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, that way it kind of ticks down and it feels poisony.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, I went ahead and subtracted that damage anyways. But the shark is gonna make another attack on Stony. Stony, is your HP full up?
Yep.
Okay. Then yeah, it's just gonna make a roll.
I don't like that question.
That was a little.
16 plus. Oh damn! Yeah,
Oh.
that's gonna land.
It bites you in half.
Yeah.
So that's a 20.
It does double damage if your health is at full, so that's why.
It doesn't do double damage. It just has advantage on anything that doesn't have all its hit points. It's Blood Frenzy is the ability.
Oh.
Which is also what gives it Blind Sight. Tug's not at full health. I knew that much. But I had to know.
So it's worse to be at full health against a shark?
No, it's better to be at full health.
Oh.
I would
Why
have.
the fuck's a shark attacking me?
Huh? Why is the shark attacking you?
Yeah. get the small guy that's hurt next to me.
Well, he's not actively bleeding, but like him, like that's what I was saying. If the shark would have attacked him, he would have had advantage because I knew Tug had not max HP. I didn't know if you had max HP or not, but the shark just saw you first, attacked you first. Okay, so
I also didn't. I only went one turn last time.
oh, did you?
Yeah, you jumped right to Tug immediately.
I'm sorry. Cut me off next
Okay.
time, or say, "Hey, dummy."
I was like, that's fine. I landed. It's fine.
Okay, so it's a +6 to hit, which I already added. And it's gonna do 2d8 plus 4. $16.
Is that a question?
No, that's an answer. So it comes up and it bites, and you try and fight it off with the trident, but it just kind of gets around you and manages to sort of scrape both of your sides, right? So like, you're just holding this trident in front of you, and the jaws are big enough that it kind of punctures and thrashes a little bit on your abdomen, and your blood is now mixed in the water. You have a choice to make just now. This being a wereshark, you can choose to resist or accept lycanthropy.
Give me 30 seconds to read something real fast.
Okay, while you read something, I'm going to get another drink and use the restroom, and then prepare your attack because you're up next. And then Tug, you'll be after him. I'll be right back. Everybody else take
What
it.
is?
Like
Lycanthropy? Werewolf.
lycanthropy means you're like a werewolf. Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
You know, I would just like to say that there may be certain laws in lycanthropes that are against werewolves. So.
Hey, so, being a werewolf is caused by a poison, and I have lesser restitution, and it cures awareness. There is a whole
It cares lycanthropy, is what you mean.
yeah whatever.
What did he say?
Lycanthropy,
I don't
No,
know.
what
the
did he say?
awareness.
Cures awareness.
Care awareness.
I'm so unaware.
I can cure that.
I didn't know what the word was. Canthropy.
And he just smacks you on the head. It's like LYCANTHPROY, I think. Maybe. It's probably not
Yeah,
right.
no, I have lay on hand, so I've got a pool of 25 points to use against poisons or diseases.
Oh, that's really cool.
So depends on what. If this counts as a poison, great. If it counts as a disease, great. Otherwise, I don't know what I can do.
You might just have to ask for clarification if you can use that.
Right.
If not, you might become a werewolf.
It might be pretty
Or a
cool.
were-triton.
I have returned.
Okay. Does this count as a disease or a poison?
It is a curse.
So neither.
I have that stupid To the Left song stuck in my head.
That's brother was saying it earlier.
How does this apply to the situation?
doesn't.
Okay. I was
I was just reading in the back of my head. To the left. God damn.
Oh, you're talking about the Cupid shuffle.
Right.
No, you said it right the first time. To the left, to the left.
So you said I had a choice to either fight it or embrace it?
Yep.
So
these are weresharks, so you can become a wereshark
Aware.
yourself, or you can resist it.
I'm assuming resisting has quite the detriment.
Dem's the rules. There's pros and cons to choosing or not choosing. It's up to you in this moment. I can't tell you what those will be, because you'll have to find those out over time.
All right, I'm gonna resist it.
All right. It is your turn. So you got the shark sort of chomping at the bit to get you. You managed to shove it off with your trident while taking fairly minimal damage, considering it was a shark that came at you. But what you want to do? You can take the turn you missed last time too. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack.
All right. Go ahead and.
Now I'm scared of doing that too. Because it bit me. Maybe it's my king, and now it. Yeah.
Your king?
Or my person who changes me. There's probably a word.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's your pimp. That's the formal term that they use.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use the same thing. So booming blade with the hit. Hit is a 18.
All right, roll damage.
14 damage. And same thing if it moves.
Tell me how you killed a shark.
Just right through its mouth, like through the roof of its mouth with my trident.
Damn.
Thrust. But I'm just real pissed about it at the same time because it got me a little bit.
All right. Yeah, you see
Funny.
the trident break through the back of its sort of head, and it even sticks out one of the eyes. You sort of pull it out in a very frustrated manner, and Tug sort of looks at you, and maybe Tug can say whether it's out of respect or fear. I don't know.
Nice.
As you guys are sort of looking at your kill, you notice something else coming from behind you on the surface of the water. And it's Nick. Nick is swimming at the top of the water.
It looks like he's drowning.
No, he's swimming. Totally swimming.
He does not have much HP. Oh my god.
Well, the HP is I have it on a sheet. I didn't put
okay.
his HP on there. I don't do it for everybody, but I guess I could do it for you guys if we want to keep track that way. I didn't think about that. I usually do it for the bigger monsters.
Then we couldn't lie.
Yeah. What's the fun in that? Yeah. But yeah. So you guys' initiative with the shark has ended.
Fucking shark.
Right. Damn sharks. And you've got some choices to make. You can swim back, can go more to the left, or continue off to the right, over to where the sort of column is. It's up to you guys. While you make that decision, we'll catch back up with the people at the top. Tyrell this whole time has been pondering what to do, but I think he's finally made a decision.
Maybe.
You have made a decision.
Oh, I didn't know I could have conscious thought if it wasn't on screen. Is my pal over here holding the rope pretty good?
Detective Easter has it around his waist, and it's your trusty magic rope.
Okay. I would do want to like fasten a safety, I guess, to like how far is this? Is this like a 30 foot?
Tyrell, if you take any longer, we're going to leave.
Okay.
It's twice your body length.
Oh, okay. Well, I just kind of want to wrap myself up a bit with the rope before I jump, just in case.
Yeah, your magic rope reads your thoughts. It's in tune with you. It wraps itself around you, and go ahead and make the jump. Go ahead and roll for it. Athletics.
And at my advantage?
With advantage, yep.
Okay. Hey. Oh, it's a 13.
You make it.
Oh my god. That's stressful, guys.
All right. So this one is mostly stone. Soul, you very carefully sort of tap out the different branches of the dock here and deem that it's all safe, but you look out ahead and you see, sort of peering over the edge, more tentacles. Not just more tentacles, but the edge of the dock here. You know that the very last board is very sort of shoddy at best. You see, sort of in front of you, there is a gap in the rope at the top, but this is 3 times your body length, and the lower portions appear to be maybe places where you could land if you don't get grabbed by the tentacle in the air as you go across. So it appears as if that's your only direct path across, unless you're going to take to the water and swim. But yes, you guys have a hell of a jump ahead of you here.
Yeah, how many gnomes is that from the final board? Or from the safe?
Let's measure
from the
this.
safe board.
And let's do a line. So from this board to this one, it's 9.2 gnomes. Multiply nine gnomes, so multiply that by 3. That's your distance.
Okay, what's it to the end of the safe board?
End of the safe board? Good question.
You said that one's a little
Yeah.
unsturdy.
It's 12 times 3 if you want it converted to feet.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a final step then. That'd be a little bit tough to echolocate 45. 45 is the max that I can send it, so.
Gotcha. I mean, yeah, you can proceed however you feel fit here, but it's up to you guys how you want to do this jump. Like I said,
yeah, I'm gonna do my full echo move all the way across. So.
All right.
That I have enough movement to go straight, or maybe just slightly off a little bit, but not much wiggle room beyond that. So.
All right, you make it across with your echo. You look back at Sol and Tyrell, and they have some looks of frustration, seeing as how that was easy for you.
I could tie the rope down somewhere else and distract the tentacle with my dragon's breath.
What do you not think the tentacle would help us? Like, it looks like it's in a perfect position just to grab one of us and throw us. You know, not throw us, but gently set us on the other side.
You're right. I'm going to continue on, and I grab my flashlight and I walk down the edge, checking for, bad spots.
Yeah. So you're tapping the boards in front of you, and there's nothing wrong.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going.
All right. You can sort of look out across, and you see that all of the boards on the top portion, the square that you're on, are sturdy and, in fact, well grounded. There's no rotten boards or anything. But looking down into the pit, you can see another large tentacle and 2 smaller ones.
Yeah, can I echo across to the other side?
Like over here?
Over to, like straight across.
Like, yeah, you can echo your distance, so, what, 45? So you'd make it about here, I think? Yeah. Or this would be 45.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, this whole thing's sturdy.
I'm comfortable there.
Cool.
I guess if that ends my turn. Sweet.
Yeah.
Why is he a video game character?
He can teleport short distance. Not really teleport, but he casts an echo and then trades places with it.
I'm just living in a couple different timelines at the same time. So.
Do I know if the Kraken ever goes to sleep?
You don't get a sense that this thing gets rest, but it's obviously not resting now.
If I were to... How far is the detective from me?
He's a long ways off now. I mean, what do you want to do?
So I want to use my understep, which allows me to teleport to an occupied space within range, like up to 90 feet.
He's a little farther than 90 feet, but you could definitely do it across the bridge.
Didn't know, like, how far it was.
So this,
but yes, I would.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So I mean, 31 times 3 to Detective Easter. It's only 12 times 3 to the bridge here.
All right, I'll do that.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could just about get where you want with that 90 feet. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you thunder
Yeah.
step across, no problem.
Then a thunderous boom sounds, and each creature within 10 feet of the space you left must make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. So the squid is
Wait,
going
hold
to
on.
do
So-
that for
so,
each tentacle, and Tyrell is going to do that as well.
Also for each of his tentacles.
So these are for the 2 tentacles. Or
Tyrell just got
a
zapped.
1 and a 7, but it has +2, so one's 9 and the other one's a 3. So what was the check you said? It had to make a 10?
3, yeah.
All right, so it fails both of those. So what is it takes damage now?
Hold on, let me check real fast.
Tyrell, go ahead and make your...
Yeah, taking 3d thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
3d what on a failed one?
3d10.
Damn.
Oh, wow. That's a powerful spell.
20. All right, this one shrivels and dies. And this one...
I just like the fact that your appearance showing up just causes it to die. That is awesome.
What did I roll? I rolled a 20, isn't that what I rolled down there?
Yeah, I do. You rolled a 20.
That's what I thought. Okay, 20 minus on this one. Damn. All right, that was rough. Tyrell.
I'll throw up and die as well.
Well,
No, I'm kidding. I mean, I'm already complaining, like, you're just, like, zooming all over the place, and you're just like, oh, yeah, actually, I could do that, too. It's like, oh, I guess I'll just do it manual. I rolled a 19 with my bonuses.
okay, so you survived the check, so you only take half damage.
Oh.
So do you want?
Like,
You're still very
you-
thunderstruck that the 2 of us just left.
So I can roll again for 13 half round down. You're fine. You weren't where Sailor Sun showed up. You were just in the wake of it, so, you know.
You heard it from 300 feet around.
Yeah.
Hey, you had an opportunity to get a rope set up for a little fast travel here, but missed that opportunity.
I can't hear him.
Tyrell, while you are contemplating what to do, we're gonna
No, I know
jump.
what to do.
We're gonna
it's
jump
fine.
back over.
I'll remember.
Oh, it's fine.
All right, so you guys in the water, you hear this sort of loud thunder echo sort of ripple through the water, and it sort of gets your attention. You don't know what it was, or
Excuse me.
Nick sort of says, "Sounds like they're having fun." I just thought I'd join you guys down here in the water. Looked like you were having fun, and yeah, I just love the water. These clothes, they're purpose built to be waterproof, so it's a very fine set of clothes. But yeah, as soon as I step out on land, I'm dry as bones.
Okay.
So where are we swimming to? No, I just thought I should let you know that about the clothes, that they're meant to be wet. They're definitely meant to be wet.
Okay.
That's why I wore them on this adventure specifically, is because I knew we'd be in the water, and I wanted to really show them off.
Okay.
I could tailor the clothes. My finest tailor would make clothes for you if you wanted to fit you.
Okay.
All right, I'll take you up on that. Size 6 waist. I'm just guessing.
Okay.
I was really hoping for one more. Okay.
But yeah, enough about my clothes. We gonna go help them, or want to do some more swimming?
Okay.
All right, I'll meet you over there. I'll meet you over there. And he starts to swim that direction. So you still have decisions to make. You can swim that direction, or you can go further right. You got quite a few options here. What do you guys want to do? Move as a unit.
I mean, I was originally thinking, go check out that other pillar, Stony. But what are you thinking?
Well, I already got bit, so I don't give a fuck. I can go check it out, or I can, swim with you back to the people. I don't care.
I mean, the biting did not look very much fun. We could go get on land. We could go climb up with everyone else and maybe help them out.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you're comfortable with.
I'm comfortable with anything. You're the one who's pissy.
Just, you want to get bit too, right?
I mean, I got this big claw. Snap.
I'm just saying. I'm fine with swimming right now, so.
I bet you are. If you're feeling angry, you just let me know.
Got my revenge for now.
Yeah, that's not the angry I'm worried about.
It's just an awkward silence while you're both floating in the water, staring at each other.
We can reach those crossroads as we get to them.
Well, then let's keep swimming.
Let's go to the big other thing. Maybe it's got something in it.
Let's go.
Okay. You guys close the gap real quick on Nick, no problem. You sort of round the corner, and you see, yet again, more tentacles. Although this time, you can see just beyond, in the mass accumulation of the bridge here, underneath the water from your vantage point, just above the bottom, so right at the surface level of this, you can see the beak of the squid, chomping. Down below, there are rocks, and it appears to be, surrounded by rocks. But the tentacle here is, coming up and over the rocks and then sticking up out of the water to attack. So the main body of the squid is in some sort of massive underground, tunnel or hole that is used as the support, the base for this portion of the bridge. So this bridge is built on a square on the rock sort of tunnel, if that makes sense.
Can I go and tell Detective Easter this information?
So you sort of stick your head up out of the water and you look around, but you, from where you're at, cannot see Detective Easter. But you do see Tyrell pondering the jump across. So you can shout to Tyrell, but he's really the only one you see.
Can I not shout? Can I not shout for Detective Easter?
Sure. Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, I want to shout for Detective Easter.
Do I need to do a perception check to see if I can hear him?
Yes, if you would.
Okay. I got a total of a 12 on my check. My passive is an 18, but I got a 12 on the check, so I don't know how that'll count with the ocean and everything.
You can hear and determine that it is Tug yelling to you, but you cannot discern what it is that he's yelling. So over the waves and the creature, the squid, making all this ruckus, throwing its tentacles against the bridge and the water and the ocean. The best you can tell is that tug is trying to get your attention, and it's coming from somewhere back where Tyrell is.
Blib, did you say something? Did Stony fall down a well?
Can I hear him?
About as well as you can hear, or he could hear you. So you can see him, or hear him, address you back. But again, you guys can't discern what each other are saying. You're too far away, and with everything going on.
Well, then can I cast Thaumaturgy? What the hell? How Thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy? I don't know. How do you say that?
My voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast that, and I'm gonna scream at him, tell him not to fall in to the square.
Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy is how you say it. Sorry. Thaumaturgy.
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 Well, that's what I'm using.
Gotcha. Yeah, you cast it. You can cast your voice to him. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him everything you told us about the squid.
Oh, give it to me. Tell me in your own words. I want to hear your own words. What you say.
Detective Easter. There's a big squid in a cage of rocks in the square bridge. Don't fall. The beak will kill you. Kill you. Kill you.
That was perfect. Thank you. With that information, I am not going to return back to the square unless I see somebody in trouble.
Gotcha.
Where is Detective Easter?
Detective Easter's all the way over here.
Oh, see, I guess that must be Sailor's son.
This is Sailor Son, yeah.
Well, Tyrell ain't gonna make that jump.
The loud booming voice says.
You sort of, yeah, you sort of clasp your mouth like, oh no, I just said that out loud, like still with the thundering voice.
That's hilarious.
How long does that effect last?
1 minute. It's probably done and over with.
It is, yeah, but not before you said that out loud. Tyrell sort of looks over the edge of the dock. Tyrell, what you doing? After you've got such wonderful words of encouragement, what did you what plan did you devise here?
I mean, I had one before that, but I'll go ahead and walk up towards the edge here on the rickety plank.
Okay, so you're approaching like carefully?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a survival check to see if the
No,
plank.
never mind. Go ahead.
No, give me a survival check to see.
Wait, what do I do survival? Is it just a straight D20?
D20 wisdom.
To see if you fall straight through. Oh gosh, it's gonna be so bad.
I got 17.
You're fine. The boards are not sturdy, but you have a better foothold, and you know that it's a good platform to launch off of from where you're at.
Do I have a feeling that there was quite a bit of damage done to Mr. Tentacle Boy here?
There's a good amount of damage for sure done to the tentacle in front of you.
So here's what I'd like to try if I was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
First, I have to look down and think about how Tug and clearly doesn't believe in me, and I just have to like wallow in some pain for a minute.
Sure.
I want to then a big gulp, swallow it, right? Like, no, I can do this.
Absolutely.
And the music kicks up.
Oh, hang on, I got you. How about the last stand? That's not good. Call for Heroes. This is your song. All right. Yes, the music starts in slow.
He is a hero of Night Kansas, so he has that title.
It is, yeah. And where's my stupid move?
This is like the moment from the natural, the like dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, because I'm
Or
wanting to do the strongest
the Rings.
attack I could do, and what I'm hoping is it either. Because man, if I could just stun it, would be great. But I don't have a stun ability. But I want to try to damage it enough that I can tell it's like not gonna strike back, or if like dying and starting to fall down, that I then make my jump to jump on it and then jump again off of it.
Okay, so you're sure. So you're making a melee attack. Like I said, you already said it. I was gonna say it, but you beat me to it. You will have to jump to get to it and attack it. But go ahead and if you're jumping,
melee would never do this much damage. I was gonna do a.
Oh, that's fine. If it's a spell, that's fine. Just give me an acrobatics check to see if you make it to the tentacle. The tentacle is not as far as the bridge on the other side, so just give me a d20 roll with your acrobatics modifier.
Do I have like something that will give me inspiration in my?
I don't know. Do you have any points of inspiration? I have handed out points of inspiration to the group before.
I swore I had one, but you know how my note taking is. Not listed. I'm gonna try it.
All right. Give me a roll.
Ooh, okay. Let's me 16
All right.
after my turn.
Jump to the tentacle and latch on.
And you fell.
No, you're good. I just need to make you
It doesn't
fly.
look like it.
I just need to make you fly. For visual effect. Alright, you're on the tentacle.
Well, shoot. Should I even attack? Should I just jump to?
So your feet sort of land on the suction cups, and you're latched.
Okay, I'm attacking. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna piss. Don't say that.
What is the spell? It doesn't require a ranged spell attack. You're point blank here.
I know, but that's not what I wanted to use. My other ones suck.
Okay, so you cast the spell as you jumped to it, I guess.
Yeah.
But what's the
That's
spell?
always- Yeah. Okay. You want to know what it is?
Yes, the anticipation is killing me.
It's an acid arrow.
Okay, all right. So yes, you jump in the air, load up your acid arrow in one motion. You loose the acid arrow, and what's the check I need to succeed here? What's the check I need to succeed? Or resist half of it?
It's 11.
11, and is it Constitution?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a +2 to Constitution. And it sucked. So it's gonna take full damage.
Oh shit! Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, I rolled a 2. I
That
can't.
was
Apparently, the
dead.
giant squid just can't roll to save its life.
Okay. This is a fun one because you take 44 immediately.
Do you want to roll for it? Or do you want me to roll for it?
Oh my gosh! I stole my 44s. I guess go for it because I put mine in a bag.
4d4.
That's immediately. Yep.
11. Okay.
Nice. And then it's an additional 2d4 at the end of the turn.
All right. I'll just go ahead and do that now.
Oh, how's it going?
All right. So you still can, or sorry, that was an attack and that was a movement. So those are your 2 actions. You don't have any additional actions, do you?
Are you asking me? I'm gonna say yeah.
All right, your turn is on the squid at the moment. That leaves you guys down in the water to make decisions on how you want to proceed here. Tug, you actually have your mouth agape. You just watched Tyrell do the probably bravest thing you've ever seen him do, and pull it off. Nick sort of shouts out from beside you, "Hell yeah, Tyrell!"
Yeah, I was gonna see if I could like clap really, really loudly. But yeah, I'm clapping. I'm just getting like a slow clap.
Nick says, "Well, I'm not waiting around. I'm going to help Tyrell." And he swims right up to the giant squid, and he's gonna make an attack. 12. Him swimming, you can see that his clothes get in the way of him landing a strike. But he tries to play it off like it's not restricting his movement at all. He's just fine. These clothes, they were tailored to be in the water. Definitely. Tug, you're up next. What do you want to do? Does that poison arrow do any linger? It does give a status effect of poison, right? Tyrell?
What?
It is a poison arrow?
Uh,
It's called poison arrow?
No. What's acid?
Acid arrow. Does it give a status effect of it being acid? Well, I guess that's the lingering thing. It already did the lingering thing. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's just acid damage, and then you already took the
Gotcha.
end of turn damage.
Tug, what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Cure Wind.
Okay. Tyrell, you see Nick come to your aid. You're gonna get a attack of opportunity. You can see that the squid is reeling back from you, trying to get you off. So it's trying to flee actively with you on it. So go ahead and make a attack of opportunity here.
Yeah, I do dagger for that.
Go ahead and give advantage. You've inspired not only your teammates, but they've helped inspire you, giving you confidence.
I don't know if I'm gonna need it. Yeah, okay. That's gonna be 1D, not natural.
All right, you break the armor class. Roll damage.
Oh, oh, actually, it was 22. I just missed that. Okay. 5.
Tell me how you finish off the squid tentacle.
Quickly, because if I take too much time explaining this, I'm not gonna be able to get a chance to jump up there. So this is just like.
How did it become Jared's turn?
You took your one action I was giving you because I didn't want to initiate initiative. Nick,
oh, okay,
Nick
I'm
took
sorry.
his.
I thought we were in initiative. Never mind.
No. The tentacle fled, or was fleeing. Tyrell's just gonna finish it off. It had 3 points after the thunder that Sailor Sun did, and then Tyrell doing that huge chunk of damage too. It only had 3 left. I just wanted Tyrell to get the kill. I'm being selfish.
I'm fine.
As soon as you said cure wounds on yourself, I was like, okay, you're not interested in fighting the thing. I just moved on.
Did you say?
I thought we were in initiative, and I wasn't about to start fighting this thing.
No, you're all good. What'd you say, Kobe?
Oh, I asked. Did you say there were shellfish in the water?
You imagine there are shellfish in there somewhere, yeah. It's the ocean.
Just a bad case of shellfishness. From the South Park COVID special. That was so funny.
So Tyrell, you manage to stab it and sort of push off as you leap, and grab on with your hands to the very top of the edge here, and you pull yourself up onto the ledge.
I think this all makes sense because the clearly like macho like strong guy had done absolutely nothing. So I've just stolen all of his power.
You talking about Nick down there?
Yeah.
Nick's, I mean, he looks intimidating with his big furry stuff, but he's not like a detective Easter. He's pretty slender figure like yourself.
Hmm.
I'm over here flexing my guns when I heard that.
But this slumps to the ground, and you can see the rest of the tentacles sort of peel back into the water. The beak recedes into the tunnel, and the water where there were tentacles stops roiling. You get the sense that you guys have thoroughly damaged the squid enough to make it retreat into its hole. Nick kind of swims over and climbs up. But he apparently... There we go. Can't climb too high. I don't know. There we go. Alright. Nick's now out of the water yet again. Initiative, which was never, is no longer a thing either. You guys are free to move around. So, Stony, Tug, you guys down here, you have another decision to make with the stone wall in front here. You can go around to the left or around to the right. But that's, like I described earlier, there's like a, stone thing leading up to the base of all these posts. I guess you could swim over and look in the hole too if you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of curious. Can I like safely?
Yeah.
peek up the...
So like it's shallow enough you kind of scoot across on your stomach and you peer down into the like darkness of the tunnel, and you can see that it's not actually darkness, but the like wounded ink of the squid as it fled. So it has completely and fully submerged itself and concealed itself using its getaway with the ink. So you know that that's a telltale sign that it no longer wants anything to do with this encounter, that it's gone off to lick its wounds, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like adventure down there. I'm gonna let it have its...
Sure.
I want to go to the right where I saw them diamonds at.
Oh yeah, all the dice that are down there?
Whatever they are.
Do you have any cool spells you could shoot down the hole?
Not really. I mean, I have some things I could just like shoot at it if I wanted to. I could cast distant whispers at it, which would make it run away, but it's already running away. So. Got any cool spells to shoot down there?
Say it again. What?
Do you have anything you could just shoot down on there?
No, I don't think so.
Nick sort of calls up to you, Tyrell. Says, hey, hero, you mind throwing down your rope for me? I wouldn't mind climbing up there.
Yeah, I think it's got enough slack this time, and I go ahead and lay down the whole thing in it.
He's just gonna be like, you fucking douche.
He does sort of look a little reluctant, but accepts the rope nonetheless because he realizes he'd have to make a series of jumps to get up to you if it weren't for you. So yeah, he effectively bypasses that and any further embarrassment of him not making the jumps. So.
What are you thinking, Stony? You think it's time for us to get with the rest of the group or stay in the water?
I guess we might as well join them now. I mean...
Tyrell, you hear a discussion down in the water behind you.
Yeah, I heard a lot of excitement.
Tyrell, let down your golden locks of rope.
Tug, the same one who voiced disdain and not just disdain, but mistrust or had no faith in you is asking you to let down the rope.
Well, I actually kind of the chant that was called out there. I feel uncontrollable need for the rope to be directed that way. So I no power. It just happens.
All right, just against your own will, the magic rope. Yeah, that it touches on something you didn't know was within you, but now it's been awakened, and you might not be able to put it away.
Thanks, Tyrell. I always believed in you.
Oh, killed you there.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I think my head, but clearly inside my head, like, I heard everything you said.
But you guys are all safely at the top here, so you can proceed across the bridge.
Seeing that everyone's here, I'm gonna start the way forward with my flashlight, just checking these boards as we go along.
Yeah, so all these boards are safe. You've got a decision to make. You can either go left or go right. All of you kind of catch up to Detective Easter as well. And you're just in a bit of a single file line, just checking boards as you go along, watching your steps, falling in the water. Oh. But yes, even Stony and Tug are back up on shore with you guys. Nick kind of brings up the back of the pack and says, "What's the hold up there?"
Yeah, I'll go left.
All right. You jumping or you echoing?
I'll just echo.
Echo across, no problem. Come to the other edge, checking the platforms, make sure they're safe. They're all good. You got a bit of a weird jump to make around a corner.
Can I echo straight across to the other one?
You can, yes.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, you make it to the platform. We'll just go ahead and take turns. So you gonna hop, skip, or echo again?
Oh, it's still my turn. Mm-hmm. Yeah, then I'll just go ahead and go.
All right.
Yeah.
You make it, no problem. You can see just off in the distance an island. And just beyond the fog, just barely, you can make out the silhouette of the lighthouse.
Very cool.
Do we have Ian back yet?
I don't know.
Tyrell?
Cameron also stepped out to put his baby to sleep.
Gotcha.
That's what his text said.
Tyrell, how do you want to proceed, right or left?
Ooh, let me think about this.
Sailor Sun is gonna
make the
jump across.
Mm.
And then gonna wait here.
Jump, crouch, turn. The Minecraft jump right there.
I mean, so there's jumps there, but we can see it. I don't know what's in the back.
So you can see around the corner on, like, if you just walk down here for a second and you see that you really just had to step across this one.
Yeah, but the legs are not very strong, huh?
I didn't get to putting the posts under all these, so they're all safe.
Okay, so that's not a trick.
No, I'm not tricking you. The other ones I consciously put, believe me, it took me way too long to put posts under each and every one of these freaking things. I gave up at some point. I apologize. But you realize that these are also connected to the stone column, so they are very well secured.
It's like Fortnite. If they're connected to something, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll go this way.
All right, you step across carefully, but you make the step, no problem.
Fall through.
You come to the end and you see Sailor Sun sort of hesitant to jump from where she's at, but you can see there's a series of just single jumps that you'd have to make across. But some of them do have posts for you to send your rope out to. Stony, which way you going? You going behind Sailor Sun? Are you following Tyrell?
I'll follow Tyrell in case I have to push him.
All right, you step around, no problem. You're not afraid of falling. Worst case, you just end up where you're comfortable. Tug, where are you going? You going Sailor Sun side? Or you going around the corner with everybody else?
I'm going with everybody else.
All right, you make it around the corner, no problem.
We're gonna go past the weight limit, guys.
Nick's gonna try and make the jump. And succeeds.
Oh shit, that's bad for me.
You see him do one of these, like claps his hands and like does a fist pump, like yeah, but he does it kind of behind Soul so nobody can see.
Punches the wall and breaks his hand.
Do I look in the cold, damp, dark air and just see like power in the form of like a soul leaving my mouth?
What? What?
What are you talking about? Just jump.
But Nick just made it. All right. I'm gonna try it.
All right, you're just gonna try the jump. That's fine.
I got a 9.
I'm gonna give you a reaction to try and cast your rope up to catch the pole here as you fall.
Okay. I'll do that.
So go ahead and give me another check.
Oh god.
This is a strength modifier, right?
It is.
Jesus, unless I roll like a 2, I think I'll make every jump.
You know how Forza Horizon has the press Y to rewind?
Yeah, that's what I'm giving you a reaction, but you can't rewind to the reaction. You're out of rewinds at this point. You're playing online, so it's even playing field. What'd you roll for your reaction?
Interesting then, because that's a nat 1.
Oh my god. All right. You fall in the water. As you fall in the water, you notice that the blue light in your lantern extinguishes.
Yeah, great.
Stony,
I literally almost said, Stony, you need to take this, as before I did that, and I did.
Stony, you see Tyrell go down into the water. You sort of wait to see him pop up, and he does resurface.
Just gonna call down to him. Hey, good bud.
No!
Can you swim? I can't remember.
Oh!
Does he look like he's panicking?
He does look like he's panicking.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a huge gainer into the water.
All right. You full-on gainer into the water, land down right next to him, and sort of put your arm around him and help him swim.
Hey man, what happened to that blue light?
What are we gonna do now?
To the nearest rock.
All right. Nearest rock is probably the island, actually.
Okay, I don't know if there's something to our left or behind me.
Yeah, this is a platform where I was going to build more stilts, but I ended up not doing that. Hey, we could say that there's... Yeah, that's fine. There's a platform to the left. So yeah, there's a little bit of a... It's a...
There's literally...
Yeah, there's a little bit of a sandbar there. That's fine. That's fine. Enough for you to stand on, but the water's still like up to your sort of waist here, so... So you'll have to find a way up from there, but I think you can figure that out. Tug, how are you proceeding here? You can see Sailor Sun still hesitant to make this jump over here. It seems a bit precarious. But a person extending their hand might be able to help. Or you can just jump across. That's fine, too.
Around the corner or that far distance?
Around the corner. I didn't even consider this one. This is the same distance they made past the tentacle, so. Plus there's ropes there.
Something to grab onto.
Yeah, it could help. A little high up, though, after a large jump like that. I'm gonna assume Tug's gone. So
I'm on mute. Sorry, I kept talking. You know, you weren't. I want to jump.
all right, give me an athletics check. D20 plus strength.
11.
All right, another one.
$18.
All right, another one.
12.
And the last one.
12.
All right. Hop, skip, jump. Made it all the way across. No missteps. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll for Ian if he's not back.
I'm back.
You're back. Perfect. All right. So you proceeded onto this ledge. You just need to make this jump here. This acrobatics check.
All right. 18.
Oh yeah, you make it no problem. You sort of reach out and grab the post in the corner, and then get ready for some more acrobatic checks here. So this is an easier check, but go ahead and roll again. Acrobatics.
13.
You make it. Roll again.
Oh gosh. 3.
All right, you straight up face plant into the water. You sort of land and hit the shallow sandbar beneath you. You don't take any fall damage, but you're a little relieved that you're standing on something with Tyrell and Stony. Nick's gonna try and
Well,
make
hey,
the
how's
jump.
it going? Can you not swim either?
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna leave here. You guys in a minute anyway. Bye.
As you guys are talking, you just hear another scream and a splash in the water.
I can swim better than that guy.
He just yells out, "Son of a bitch!"
You see Nick very slowly and like saunter up onto the sandbar yet again. Just like, hey.
It's been a rough night.
Nick hits everyone.
Hey man, you've jumped in the water like 6 times. I mean,
It's he just sort of tails off.
At
And
least you're not wet, right?
he just sort of nods his head slowly while looking at his feet. Says, Tyrell, can you use your rope to get us back up there?
You know what? I just have a huge sigh of relief and almost excitement now that Nick is messed up again. That means I have a newfound confidence has been reborn. Yes.
All right. You
To cast my rope up.
cast your rope up. You guys all climb to the top. And you have
I should
all...
have made them climb to the right, make one more jump.
No, no. Done jumping. You have all surpassed the bridge. Congrats. Congrats.
You mean I failed the very last jump?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you had 2 more after that, but...
I didn't get to make a single jump. I finally got up top to make some cool jumps and didn't get to do any of them.
Jumps, Kobe.
Madam Blib du Pull-Up, thank you for your guidance away from the giant squid's beak. I could hear your voice across the way.
I got you, Boo.
My name is not Boo, it is Detective Easter, but thank you.
So, the only intact portion of the rope bridge is ahead of you. It's missing some guardrails, but it is sturdy all the way across. You guys make it and approach the entrance.
Ooh, gargoyles.
Yes, there are 2 gargoyles awaiting your arrival as you approach. And you also
I
see...
I always bow to a gargoyle, so I'm not.
All right.
Bow.
Take a nice
Why?
bow. They do not move in response. They are statues.
That's just it's a tradition of a Tendraka. You see a gargoyle, like they did a really nice job, so you give it a nice little bow.
But as you approach and your light sort of spans out a little bit more, you can see the island a little bit better. You can see the lighthouse ahead of you, You can hear the waves crashing against the pretty steep cliffs of the island. You can see there's a little bit softer sand in portions, but you also see, like, littering the path up to the lighthouse, just a unnecessary amount of signs, all saying things in the manner of turn back, it's not safe, like, this is trespassing, go home, death ahead, warning, like, poison, like, just, if there is a sign that exists to warn you of something, there's even signs that are like you see back in Nicanthes that's like children crossing. There's just signs everywhere.
Any of them say Kilroy?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It says Kilroy was here.
Yeah, I guess I noticed that there's no more blue kind of light that's also shining with us. Tyrell, what happened to your blue flame?
I just look at him like deadpan, silence.
Anyways, let's carry on. And I just walked through the gargoyles.
All right, you walk through the gargoyles and past the signs. I'll kind of make you as the group token for a second as we do this here.
Ooh.
But yes, as you proceed, you can get a little bit closer, and you actually hear some music over to the right or left side of the island. There's a little bit of a faint flickering glow over there as well, and it's kind of odd. It sounds like a sea shanty, in fact. Over on the left side, you see ahead of you still past all the signs. The signs actually act as a trail that lead up to sort of wooden plank platform that leads up to a sort of dock or deck, I guess is more accurate, in front of the lighthouse itself. You see a lot of very like barely alive trees. They're all pretty much devoid of any of their leaves or foliage. They're just the twisted roots. And there's even like bushes that have been stripped of all this. You get the sense that this island potentially floods from occasion, like the rising tides of the two moons in this instance have pulled the water away from this island, allowing it to reveal itself a little bit more than it normally would. So you just kind of keep that in the back of your mind as you proceed. But the group, like I said, you've got a choice to make here. There doesn't appear to be any like wildlife or anything on the island. It's very secluded from everything else. You look back across and you can't even see the lights of Nicanthes through the darkness and the fog. So you know you're a good distance out here. You peer off into the ocean. Stony Tug, you can kind of see a series of rocks down below on the left and right that sort of lead around the island. You do see some more aquatic life down there. You definitely see some more sharks. So it's up to you guys how you want to proceed here. You remember that the fisherman told you that there was a secret entrance at the back if you do not want to go around the front. So clearly there's someone on the island, or there's something producing music, which I'll let you guys sort of deliberate amongst each other how you want to proceed here. You've got a lot of choices, a lot of options. So while you're doing that,
I'm going to rip off a little bit of a cloth from my cloak and put it in my ears just in case the music is enchanted.
Sure. From the little bit that you did hear, this didn't sound necessarily magical. It just sounded like a singular lute.
Do we see any doorways or anything?
At the lighthouse, you can make out a doorway, but it's rather dark. You can't quite see it from here, but you can see the silhouette of the doorway off in the distance, yes. There's no lights from within the lighthouse. Everything appears to be dark, aside from the flickering flame over to the left, which doesn't seem to notice that your presence on the island is changed anything for them.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the fire.
You want to approach like stealthily, or you just want to walk right up? From this distance, you can't really tell any more than there is a fire and music being played.
I want to cast shield,
Okay.
so just an invisible barrier. Adds +5 armor class, including against triggering attacks,
Gotcha.
and just walk over. Yeah.
Sure. So you kind of walk over, you kind of creep behind some of the trees and some of the verticality of the landscape, and you see a very menacing, like large figure, like uncomfortably close to the fire. You see him actually reach his hand into the fire and turn what looks like a giant swordfish that he's cooking on the fire, like the campfire. Very easy, like crude, just tiny, quick little pop-up set. And next to him is a bard singing sea shanties.
I'll follow behind Stony, but I'll keep like a little bit more distance behind him.
Sure.
I'm gonna grab on to Easter's tail and follow him.
You grab onto thin air because there is no tail.
Jacket.
Nick sort of approaches you, Stony, and says, I can't place it, but I feel like I remember that song. I've heard it somewhere in Nycanthes before.
Is it the Bod and the Brute?
Nick sort of snaps his fingers. He says, I think it is.
We met the Bod and the Brute at the inn while we were waiting for the heroes of Nycanthes to have their names mostly cleared from trial. Of course, Madame Blip did have one charge that stuck.
Yeah, I saw that. Were they good dudes or bad dudes?
They seemed fine. One of them was very enamored with Sailor Sun here. And I'm going to pick up some dust and blow it into Sailor Sun, so now she is soul again, hopefully.
With that sneeze, you sort of hear a twang, like from the lute, and you see the Ifrit, turn around and sort of draw his sword, and the bard sort of in a squeaky tone says, "Reveal yourselves."
The Bod and the Brute. What are you doing out here?
A detective? Detective Easter, no less. Greetings. Welcome. Come to the campfire. We have quite a catch.
Greetings, Bod. Greetings, Brute. What are you doing out here?
So the Ifrit kind of puts the sword back in its sheath and turns around and continues putting its hand in the fire to turn the swordfish. The bard says, I will tell you, come and sit around my fire and have some swordfish. Please, don't be shy.
I'll move up and I'll break bread. Yeah.
Oh, there's more of you. Wonderful. You're all welcome. Plenty of fish to go around.
Plenty of what?
Fish.
Oh.
I'm
just Josh's response every time someone even.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you have dietary restrictions? I do have some potatoes, if you would like.
Yeah, potatoes sound great.
All right, we shall put them in the stew. I have a tiny extra little pot just for this occasion.
Oh, well, you are too kind, sir. Too kind.
Does this seem like a normal swordfish?
Yeah.
May Blib bless you in your many journeys.
But you can see
I like
he's
to
been
do
fishing
a
off the...
quick scan around, his camp and, look if there's anything that would be out of place, like stolen, something like that,
So the crates look like they've just been acquired from somewhere over by the lighthouse. They don't appear to have anything in them. They're just using them for seats. The bard has obviously been drinking. There's lots of bottles around him. The Ifrit is just as quiet and stoic as he normally is. He hasn't even rolled out his bed stuff yet. But the bard has already made a little lean-to for himself. He sort of turns to you and says, "To those of you that do not know who we are, I'm the troubadour, and this is the Titan, or the minstrel and the muscle, the songbird and the savage, the artist and the arbalist, and the articulate and the annihilator. Please feel free to add any monikers you may see fit to my merry band, but this, good sir, and myself are adventurers that tell tales and collect stories across the land. We are here on this island to do just that, to collect a story for the history books. What brings you to this island?" Well, don't all speak at once.
Well, we were here to return a flame, but Tyrell lost the flame.
Yeah, we had a blue light that we were supposed to put. But
A flame! A
You guys have any
flame!
rice?
Rice? I do not have any rice, unfortunately. What do you need rice for?
Well, since it got full of water, I thought maybe the rice would, pull the water back out.
Ah. Please, Tyrell, do tell. What is this flame of which you speak?
Oh gosh.
Show him the empty lantern.
Well, that's just a old lantern. I see nothing special about it. Feel free
Yeah,
to
but
light the light back in the
yeah.
lantern.
Yeah.
He sort of picks
This
up
is
a
on
tiny
Tyrell.
little stick and hands you the little flaming end on it.
Is it? Would it fit inside the lantern?
Yeah, if you want.
Ooh, if I want. I kind of look around at the group like. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna do it.
All right, you light the lantern, and it lights up in the bright yellow-orange flicker of a typical lantern.
Oh, you ruined it.
So this
Give me
flame of which
flame.
you speak, what's so special about this flame? Why must you return it to the lighthouse?
I was in the water. I didn't hear the full story, but I think Tyrell over there. He's got it.
Yeah. It was something about long lost love and sadness.
Long lost love? Well, that makes an excellent story. Please do tell this story.
Yeah. If you go to youtube.com.
What is this .com? So this is, FYI, your chance to sort of recount the situation, to sort of be a little bit of a refresher before you guys go into the lighthouse. Maybe check some boxes, get some background information. So you go ahead and tell the story as best you can by paraphrasing, and then I'll maybe help you along a little bit here and there. But I want to see how much you know.
Boy, I told you just about everything I know.
Did anyone else perhaps overhear any of the elements of said story? I know there are some of you in the forest, in the water.
I was in the forest, but I was not near the docks while Tyrell was receiving the flame, unfortunately.
You were handed the literal flame and weren't listening.
Nick says, "I was there. I can abbreviate slightly, but I mean, don't be too harsh on Tyrell. I mean, it was a big, long monologue. You could tell this fisherman, he had a story that he had been waiting to tell for a long time, and we were just well, I mean, we are very polite in. Is that a drink, Bard? Good sir, could I partake while I tell this story, by chance? Why, of course. You are my guests. Please have a drink of whatever you like. The rest of you, please sit, and you're welcome to have a drink as well.
You're passing the bottle around.
I non-alcoholic, of course, though, Detective Easter. I promise there's no alcohol here. But no, on the land of Nicanthes, no less. I am not such a fool as to, yeah,
I would think not.
unless you, of course, wanted some, and then you'd be welcome to
There
it.
is no wanting of alcohol within Nicantes unless you are on the proper grounds. The lighthouse, unfortunately, is not the proper ground.
Well, in that case, I will continue to partake, and I apologize for lying to you directly to your face, but I need it for my
perhaps.
inspiration. I apologize.
Then perhaps you will tell us more about why you are here and what things you are collecting from this lighthouse.
Very, very well. And he sort of takes a hit of a spliff, and he sort of hands it to you, Tyrell.
He's handing me a joint.
Yeah, you can pass it, or you can puff it.
Oh, is there alcohol in this?
No, no, you know that
It's just drugs.
the
it's
devil,
okay.
the devil's weed is completely legal in.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my
Nicanthes.
cigar and I'll start smoking a cigar.
I know that. And I look over at Detective Easter,
Yeah, I pull out my cigar and I start lighting up, and I was like,
just
"Sup?"
checking for. He's gonna go for his hand. Okay, I'll puff and pass.
All right, so Nick says, "All right, my kind of party. Where was I? This story. Now that I'm ready." So the fisherman person, Darcy, I think their name was, something about lighthouse, love of his life, blah blah blah, wizard Jace, kind of a bad guy maybe, I don't know, recluse, whatever. But yeah, this Quinn lady, this love of Darcy's life, beautiful drow, not unlike Tyrell, but kind of caught the attention of this wizard Jace, right? Who made the lighthouse his like little home. Wizard kept the lighthouse running in exchange for his privacy. So, Nicanthes obviously didn't have a problem not going out to some spooky-ass lighthouse just to keep it running. A-okay, do your weird wizard experiments, sure, whatever. But Quinn had been, like, friends with the wizard for a long time before this Darcy person had ever met Quinn. But, I could tell that this wizard Jace had a bit of an unhealthy affection for a Quinn, and Darcy said Quinn couldn't really see it, but couldn't tell if Quinn was drawn to him over his macabre interests or if it was just like a father figure that she never had. But worst came to worst, things kind of got bad. Quinn was coming home saying that she didn't like what they were doing, that Jace had crossed the line. So obviously this Darcy person was like, oh, well, let's run away, let's forget all this. But Quinn was like, no, gotta stay. This is important work. This could save the city. What we're doing here is huge. It's bigger than all of us. I have to go back. So they made a pact, right? And I think this is where your flame thing came in, that blue flame. So on the edge of the fisherman's dock, he would put out a blue lantern. And the blue lantern, in return, they would put up in the lighthouse, like Quinn in secret would put up the blue lantern to call back to the fisherman, Darcy, that everything was A-okay. Well, like one night, I think something finally happened. Weirdly enough, Tyrell, do you remember, did he say it was on the Epoch of Eventide, or was it the day before?
I remember one by land, two by sea.
I don't.
Wait,
I don't
that was
remember
Easter.
that one. I don't remember that one. But anyways, day before, day after, doesn't matter. Whatever. Somewhere around the Epoch of Eventide, stormy night, light didn't go up. Darcy freaks out, gets to town, says, gotta go talk to this Jace guy, gotta go save Quinn. They show up, things are looking shady. They break in, nothing like too crazy on the bottom floor, right, Tyrell? Like nothing strange on the bottom floor.
Mm-hmm.
But then they went up to the second floor. What was on the second floor? Blood. Yeah, lots of blood, like a river of blood. Like it came down the stairs, and the doors opened, and it was this whole thing. And there was just blood on the second floor. So then they went up to the third floor, and then what was on the third floor? Brains. That's right. Just brains in jars everywhere, like squishy, squashy brains. Brains from people, brains from rats, brains from squids, brains from you name it. It's got a brain. It's up there. It's in a jar. That's the third floor. And then the fourth floor, was it puppies? Was that what was on the fourth floor, Tyrell? Was it puppies?
I don't think so.
Do you remember what it was on the fourth floor?
I'm trying to remember how many floors there were.
Maybe I'm on the third floor. Yeah, who's counting? Whatever. The one above the brain floor.
Oh.
What-
But is there still more floors? Like, this isn't Stairway to Heaven. It's Stairway to... Eventually you get to the top of the lighthouse.
Yeah, so, whatever. There's puppies on the floor, and that's when the villagers are like, we've had enough. This guy is hoarding puppies in this tower, and he's not sharing them. We are going to beat down this door, and we are going to, show him what's what. We are going to take these puppies back and rescue them, because this wizard, this selfish-ass wizard, is saving all these puppies for himself, and it's unbearable. I can't stand for it. So what do? They take the puppies, and they burn down the lighthouse. And as they're leaving the lighthouse, Darcy's like, no, while you're burning down the lighthouse with Quinn and Jason in it. And they're like, we don't care. We got the puppies. You're coming with us. So they pull them out of the lighthouse. They're on their way out. And what happens? A giant meteor comes from the sky, and it hits the lighthouse, and it blows it up into smithereens. There's nothing left of the lighthouse, just this giant crater. And I think a bunch of crows flew out of the crater. And is this sounding right, Tyrell? I'm pretty sure I got the gist of it, right?
I'm looking over at... I'm looking at a lighthouse if I look over, one direction, right?
They must have rebuilt it, right?
I mean, that sounds exactly like what I overheard.
But yeah, so we've been tasked with returning the lantern to the top of the tower as a sign of good faith to the fisherman Darcy, and to kind of sort of maybe put the spirit to rest, right? So yeah, there's a lot of intrigue wrapped up in this lighthouse. Lots of emotions were high. People died. Puppies were saved. It's a whole story.
Nick, I thought you were asleep during that. I'm surprised at how much you recounted.
Oh yeah, no, I'm always listening.
Nice.
I got keen ears. So, yeah, watch out what you say around me, because steel trap up here. I don't forget anything. Once I hear it, locked away in the vault. Good as gold.
You really are.
But yeah, you're lucky you have a friend like me that can recount those stories with such accuracy.
Wow, we're friends now. How about that?
You ain't never had a friend like me. That's what my dad always used to say.
You see the Ifrit sort of look up from the fire and give you a 1,000-yard stare.
I stare right back at him.
Was
10,000.
your dad Randy Newman?
He sort of reaches his hand back into the fire without losing eye contact and turns it one more time. He then breaks eye contact with you to look at the fish, and he sort of pulls it out of the fire and starts to carve it up with his giant sword, his scimitar. You do what? Sorry?
I give him the million-eye stare.
1,000 gnome stare. But yeah, the bard immediately says, "What a story! Do you mind if I put it in my sonnets? My sagas?" Nick says, "Well, it's not my story to tell, but yeah, of course, absolutely. And you, Monsieur Bard, you might be lucky enough to witness the conclusion of this story. We are here. We are here to put spirits to rest. I'm sure all of you know that this island is haunted."
We did not know that.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, like, the kids talk about it all the time. It's kind of a thing of pilgrimage. They come over here, they break the rules, gotta, like, ooh, go over to Spooky Island. Like, that's why all those lame signs are up in front of it. Like, that's not scaring anybody away. But here we are. Here all of us are. I mean, who would have thought there was a giant squid in the water? Did you guys see that on the way across? Ah, yes, the squid. No problem. I just happened to play it a song, and it seemed to go away.
Oh, damn.
It must be my insanely melodic voice.
Shoot, yeah, we'll have to remember that.
Yes, the music is quite a dangerous weapon when used properly. But can I? Yes, the fish is ready. Per my brute, he is good with his hands. It is a very simple meal, but cooked fish is always good for a long journey, and you all look like you've had a very long journey to get here. Please partake. Eat the swordfish. So he sort of gets up, puts his loot down, and hands each one of you a little plate with a good portion of cooked swordfish on it. Oh, not you, sir. Sorry, the potatoes. They're ready. This is... Apologies. My fishy friend, I did not mean to hurt your brethren, but you know as well as I do that we all must eat to survive.
Hey, a man's gotta eat. I don't have to partake.
Yeah, as we're watching him hand out this bit of fish, does it seem like he's, doing anything or with the plates or the fish at all, like adding a little seasoning or something to it? It might seem like he's, spiking it.
So, it doesn't look like he's doing anything to your dishes, but you notice that he doesn't hand one to the Ifrit. Like, it either isn't eating or he already knows the answer if he were to ask him. So you didn't see him do anything fishy. I mean, they cooked it right there in front of you. You saw the Ifrit chop it up, dice it up, serve it out. So nothing fishy there.
Is the bard eating?
So the bard, making sure that everybody has a plate, gets a big helping himself and starts to eat, yes.
And why isn't your friend eating?
He's far too grumpy to eat. Look at his ugly face. Can you not tell? A man that ugly doesn't need to eat to survive. He survives and thrives on hatred. Just pure, unadulterated hatred. It's a powerful force. Don't believe me? I see the looks on your faces. I have traveled with this monstrosity, and I mean that in a good way, of a humanoid for a long time, and I have never once seen him eat. He is quite a marvel. Or he just eats behind my back, I don't know. And to be frank, I don't care.
Who is Frank?
To be frank, Frank's a dear friend of mine. It's an old adage that I use to honor him. Alas, poor Frank, I hardly knew thee.
What happened to Frank?
He died in a boating accident.
Oh.
A swordfish killed him, impaled him through the eye.
Yeah, see? Karma.
Yeah.
The circle life.
He says, "Oh, a sea shanty. Please continue. Do you play the lute? Well, I can't imagine you play with that lobster arm of yours."
I've been told that I'm the Picasso to music.
Who is Picasso?
He's the chef.
Sounds like a very fancy name.
Well, he's from Picasso.
Interesting. Never heard of it.
Picasso from Picasso, who does the famous chef.
I cannot say I'm very well acquainted in the culinary arts.
Well, and you said you were traveled.
Oh, believe me, sir, I am very traveled. There's not a song or story you've heard in this Morning Star that does not have my name at the bottom of it. Name one. Name just one. Anyone.
I'm not very well versed in the.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Ah, yes! The Star Crash Gulf. You know my works. Just down the coast, not far from here. A star crashed in that very gulf. Or maybe it created the gulf. Who knows? But that is the inspiration behind my song, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. How I wonder where you are.
Checks out, guys.
But please, please eat. Are none of you hungry? You said that you ran into the squid. I imagine that was a most tiresome act.
And we've seen him eat.
Yeah, he's finished his fish and he's starting to pick up his loot again.
Okay, I'll eat.
I'm a little worried about the karma thing, the swordfish in the eyes, so I'm okay.
Karma is only for poor people, so I do have to worry about it, but I will eat this fish.
Detective Easter, go ahead and add 1 point of inspiration to your character sheet.
I will.
I'm playing hot potato right now.
Do I need to boil your potato more?
Nope, she good and fancy.
I can mash it up for you.
Oh, might take a mashing.
All right, please toss it over here.
Oh, hot potato.
Ho, 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 hoo, ha, ha. He drops it in the sand and steps on it and mashes it up. And he sort of picks it up with his hand and puts it back on the plate. And he says, "Here, sir, your mashed potato."
Thanks.
You're most welcome. If you need more potatoes, please don't hesitate to ask. But yes, as the rest of you eat, I am reminded of a song, one from my childhood. It warms my heart. Please join in if you have heard it before.
Na 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 na.
No, I have not started.
Na 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 na.
What is this song?
Hey.
Hello.
Goodbye. Oh yeah, na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, fish eyes. Yes, I know this one.
Okay. So this is how you write your songs. You just join in at the second chorus.
It's,
Make it your,
please, I was merely trying to participate. I'm the one with the lute. Is fish eye not the proper term?
No.
What was it?
Fish flies.
Fish flies, flying fish, the song of flying fish. Now I remember, yes.
Right.
But,
song.
oh! Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob
Whose serpent a deal with horn is he? Something you wish. Now get on the deck and blow like a fish.
Will you pull up?
SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants!
All right. I'm super excited right now.
You have not eaten any fish, but you get a point of inspiration.
I am like, I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm so happy.
Even with your sandy mashed potatoes, yes. All of you, whether you chose to eat the fish or not, and the warm fire, the song, the camaraderie, just the break from having to fight the giant squid. Nick reflecting inward on himself, just like, man, I really messed up back there. Like, the guys don't trust me to even jump. How am I going to be a member to this team? But even he has been lifted out of his lowly lows, and each and every one of you gets your 1 point of inspiration to add to your character sheet. Tyrell, do not forget to mark it down. It will come in handy for you in the lighthouse.
Do we? So did we get the XP for the squid, or did we not kill it? Because
We'll talk about XP at the end of the session, but you still got 15-ish minutes here, so. What? You broke up.
nothing.
Should we investigate the backside of the lighthouse to see if there is any ways in or out? Bard, have you been around the island and discovered any ways?
What a tenacious bunch! I would say be careful going on the backside of the island. There are some ghouls back there. Some sort of old graveyard, calls around the creepy, crawly necrophages, but that's about all you'll find back there. As far as I'm concerned, just water and more rocks. So remind me again, what brings you to this island? You are here to lift the curse of a spirit? What is your goal as you go into this lighthouse? You said there was a damsel in distress and a great wizard, and what brought you here in the first place? Was there something other?
Well, now it's this blue flame.
Just the blue flame, I see.
Yes.
No other important thing that may have happened over in Nicanthes? And he's kind of like twiddling his thumbs.
Not that we would need to mention to somebody.
So there is something, though.
If there was, why would we tell you?
Well, I'm a very trustworthy individual. I have shared my catch with you. I have offered
How many
drink.
people have heard your songs and people's tales?
Ah, but those are songs and sagas, stories complete. This is merely a footnote on my grand masterpieces of these stories.
And what if these stories happen to be under investigation?
Detective Easter, you of all people should know the importance of information. All I'm merely looking for is to be in the right place at the right time. In order to write down these great stories, I need to be there to witness them firsthand so I can recount it in all of its glory to the people of Nicanthes and Morningstar. I'm not asking you to divulge anything, just merely let me know where to be and when. But seriously, the gossips all around the town is Duke Dion dead.
Nick's dad.
Yeah. Oh, you're his son. I apologize. If he is dead, I do. If not, good health to the Duke. Nick sort of turns and says, I don't give a shit about him. Hell yeah. May he rot in hell. He sucked as a father. Ho ho! Cheers to bad fathers! And he raises his glass.
I would have killed to be able to call my father dad.
Then cheers to daddy issues. So it is true. That makes you our next Archduke. I am most flattered to meet you in these circumstances. What a brave individual you are to come out here, fight a giant squid, join these brave companions. I am, if you ever need my services at your parties, please, do not hesitate to ask. I charge a very affordable fee.
For a duke.
Yes, well, it scales, of course. But it is a business. Coin must be made. My stories are not cheap. But yes, okay, great to know. So, you came here after your father died, just as a retreat, per se? Just as a get away from it all? Oh, no, my father died. Let's go party on a secluded island where I can drink and have a good time. That sort of thing.
We are not here to drink.
The way you asked the question was directed towards Nick, and
I'm addressing you, the group, all of you. You're such a quiet bunch.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna switch into Nick, and then it got awkward for a second. No, we were there. He died. We kind of did some investigation, and we saw a telescope pointed directly in this direction.
The Archduke was looking at the lighthouse. Interesting. So that's the lead that led you here. And then on your journey here, you found this story of this little light. I must say, there is quite a bit of story wrapped up in this adventure.
I'm starting to see how you've written so many songs.
Well, yes! Adventure's all around you. You just have to reach out and grab it. And then take it, and then write it down, and then read it, and then write it down again, and then sing it, and make it sound good, and then go back and rewrite it. It's a process. But yes, such a charismatic group as yourselves, I would barely have to write anything down to enhance the story. You all look like very strong leaders, all ready to take charge and make decisions. Whether it be a bridge to jump across, or a rope to cast, or a thing to fight, or a decision to be made, I look around this campfire and I see a bunch of people who know exactly what they're doing.
You have described us perfectly.
It shall go down in history, Detective Easter. I have followed your stories quite a bit. One cannot help but hear the rumors spreading from across Morningstar of the group formerly known as the Zoo Warriors of Electric Boogaloo 2, now known as the Heroes of Nycanthes. You have quite a few names yourselves. You just might catch up to me and my companion one day. But please...
We have caught up to you. We are right here.
Ah, yes. Physically. Yes, I was speaking more broadly in a scope of social relevance. But as I said, feel free, if you need to use this campsite as a place to rest overnight. Granted, we are in the epoch of Eventide, so it will be night for the next 30 days, but you are free to rest here, gather yourselves after such a bad fight, but also feel free to search the island. As I said, I can't say there's much on it since we've been here, but
Did we use the Euro campsite as a latrine?
Well, if you do, please just pee over the side of the cliff over there. And he sort of points, you can see where his fishing pole is. He says,
yeah.
I don't know that there's a latrine anywhere. There is a well up there if you'd like to take a squat over the ledge. I was thinking of having to pinch one off myself shortly, actually.
Well, I may do some meditations and rest up if we are to go into the lighthouse. I don't know if anybody else has any sort of prayers that they need to say before the night turns.
I will be sitting here writing my sonnets. If any of you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And he sort of plops down on his bedroll, leans his back against the rocks, And you see the Ifrit sort of back up to his pack and just sit down on the ledge, all while staring at Tug.
Can I just smile and give him a little wave?
I'm gonna sit back a little ways and meditate.
Sure. His
Yeah,
face
I'm
is
stone.
pure stone. He does not move, Tug. He is emotionless.
I frown.
It sounds like the Witcher in the Bard.
But you can see a flame behind his eyes. What did you say you were doing, Stony?
Just looking off into the ocean. From a little rest.
Sure thing.
Tug, you gonna call out to your people?
No, I'm gonna go bed.
All right, where are you going to bed?
I mean, this campsite, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. I just mean, are you gonna lean up against the tree? You're gonna snuggle up next to the Ifrit? Like what?
I'm gonna dig a hole in the sand.
All right.
That's a good idea.
You do so. You.
And-
How deep are you digging?
I mean, you can't see me.
Oh, like how are you breathing then?
Well, it's a hole. I didn't say that I mean, it's just a hole.
He fills up. He does the create water spell. He's
So you
just in a
didn't
hole of
cover
water in the
yourself
sand.
with the sand. You just dug the hole big enough for you to lay
No,
in.
I was going to do what Kobe said, the little bastard, keep his mouth shut. Let's just going to dig a hole and fill it with water.
Then again, you would wake up and the water would have dissipated down further into the sand and rock.
That's not true. If you
I
dig
think it
hard, if you dig deep enough, you're in water. So I was just going to dig down.
Until you're at water.
Yeah, or just create water.
You dig down about 5 feet and you hit the rocky volcanic rock that's beneath the sand.
Does it not fill with water?
If you're casting fill water, yeah, it does, but it does soak into the sand around. It's a muddy, murky pool, but it's full.
I'm good with it.
Nick sort of leans up against the crate and sort of puts his head to rest. Tyrell, Soul, you guys gonna adventure on the island or anything? Or are you gonna call it a night? Is that what?
A Relsel?
Tyrell, Soul, sorry.
Tyrell's soul.
I'm gonna sit cross-legged around the fire and just rest my staff across my legs and stare deeply into the fire and rest my aching buttocks.
Tentacles. I want to be near my pals. Just in case anything ever. Or yeah, I can just spin and shoot off into the stratosphere. I'll be up against the crate with Nick there, my new friend. And we're just nearby.
All right, you want? Yeah, that's fine. You sort
Yeah,
of
it's also real warm right there.
Yeah, cozy up next to the fire. It's a big roaring fire. They appear to have put parts of the, destroyed building, logs and boards and all that onto the fire, and it'll last through the night. The Freet definitely does not appear to be going to sleep, so he will be on guard. You trust them with a pretty even level of trust, got one eye open kind of ready for something to happen, but you guys are able to get a long rest, get all your spell slots back, and be ready for the long journey into the lighthouse, or under it, or around it, or over it, or through it, or, maybe it's not even there. It got struck by a meteor after they saved the puppies. So who knows? Who knows?
I say we just teleport. Let's all just have a montage next week where we learn how to echo, and then we can all echo over there.
I will send you guys the story in Discord, the abbreviated version, just so you have those at the forefront of your mind. I know it had been 2 weeks since we had played, so the story was probably a little lost, but
Yeah, it's been a couple months technically.
Yeah.
I think.
But take notes. Take notes. Even little jots or anything you hear that might be important,
Hey, I remembered. I said lost love, but I guess I meant
But I mean, I wasn't there to hear.
Oh, I know. Not everybody. I'm just saying, as a general rule,
guys.
of thumb. I mean, if somebody's telling you their life story or whatever, I don't know.
And then hand you a very specific blue flame about the story. You should probably remember what the story is.
Don't let it. I figured, don't get it wet and take it to.
Take heated of.
Don't feed them after midnight, and don't let them get wet.
Yeah. So.
But no, I mean, you guys were smart enough to talk to him. You could have walked on this island with none of this information, and you would have just gone in blind, and that's
Which is
fine
kind
too.
of what we're doing anyways.
Yeah. But I had Nick there, so there's a little bit of accuracy. I'm not giving you everything. Obviously, Nick's recounting of the story might be a little different than the original one.
So it was definitely blood and then brains. Now that the puppies, I definitely got lost at that point.
Yeah, I think he obviously didn't care to listen either. So yeah, but yeah, you know, just for future stuff. Like I'll give you plenty of opportunities and help you where I can. But yeah, I mean, I
Almost as if he went through a giant trial where he should have written notes down. If he didn't, we should have learned.
Yeah, it does help to have stuff to recall. But you've got Detective Easter now, so if you all stick together and all, you know, Detective Easter's pretty good about taking notes.
And being above the law.
Yeah, and you know, you had some note takers in your past. Leonidas was a note taker. But yeah,
Billy was specifically not a note taker. That was in his character note sheet.
Right. But no, good little session. Good job killing the squid. Speaking of killing the squid, let's see. You get for the squid.
And then Cameron and Josh get extra XP for their shark adventures.
They're gonna get a little extra for the shark adventures. Yes.
And also some narrative on what's going to happen to me, unless you just want that to come to fruition.
We'll see. After long rest, there might be something that happens. Who knows?
Yeah, I'll make no comment if we're not in character. So.
The only person that saw you got bit by the wereshark is old Tug. So.
SpongeBob.
Yes. You guys killed 2 sharks, so you get 450 experience for.
Whoa, nice.
The 2 sharks.
Good job, guys.
That's 450 for each shark. And then the colossal squid. You guys get 9,000 XP for the colossal squid.
9,000?
Yeah, I was really hoping for 10. Gosh, what a waste! What a waste, guys! Oh.
It actually was 10,000, but you didn't really kill it. I mean, it's still alive, but that yeah.
We did some pretty good
More
damage.
than happy with my 9. I'll take
Okay,
my
all right.
plane.
You guys wrecked that thing. I don't think I landed more than 1 attack, and it was all on
You
Tug.
also rolled horribly.
Yeah, no, there was so much planned for that encounter. This time I was like, all right, finally, I get to the big tentacles. I'm going to pick people up and throw them into the ocean with the sharks. I was like, this is going to be so much fun. I rolled 1s and 2s only tonight. I only rolled 1s, 2s, and 3s through all of those encounters.
You had that one part where it was 1, 2, 3 that you rolled consecutive. I was like, oh my gosh.
And then I rolled 3 3s in a row. I don't understand it.
Well,
but
I'm
yeah.
worried for this next part because that might
I don't know.
RNG might be 20s.
I might go back to rolling my die that actually work. I don't understand. I've rolled well before. I think it's when I roll them in the water. No, there's a 17. Yeah, it just doesn't matter.
Nope.
It just the squid was
Just
off
waste all
its
your
game.
good rolls now.
The
Waste all your good rolls right now.
The squid was off its game. That's what it was. I just wanted to throw somebody into the water like a giant catapult, but it didn't happen. It's okay. It's all right. It's, we don't get what we want all the time, but that's the fun of the game. So.
I thought you sent us a level up chart.
You can look.
34,000.
It's online as well.
You can just look up your specific class.
Yeah. Like D&D 5e level up.
Yeah. But we will end the stream for tonight. Tyrell, I gotta say, kudos. That was a super cool moment when you jumped on the squid thing. I was hoping
Very
somebody
nice.
would do that. Detective Easter, as always, with the freaking ridiculous damage. You guys, you did well. Thanks for sticking through the little jump puzzle stuff. But yes, that all was definitely designed to make you not drop the lantern. And then on the very end, after all the combat had ended, we dropped the lantern in the water. So
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad we get when that one tentacle was kind of floating out there. I'm like, well, this ruins me with my with my melee attack. So I have nothing. Goodbye.
But no, everybody say bye, stream, and
stream.
good night.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.